What up, everybody? We're fucking live.
Yes.
We're here. We're fired the fuck up, dude.
Yes.
God damn, this is motherfucking bullshit. If anyone needs,
No.
if anybody,
It's right back.
well, no, what I'm saying here, dig this, dude. Did you ever see Ray Donovan?
Yes.
That's what I'm gonna do as my job.
You're gonna Ray Donovan canceled people?
Pretty much. I'm gonna go around and smash N-word tapes.
Well, Ray Donovan. Ray.
I'm gonna smash N-word tapes.
That's good. Did Ray Donovan start out by getting canceled right away?
No, he got molested by a priest.
That's how it started?
Yeah, Ray Donovan well, spoiler alert, is like his brother obviously got molested, but it turns out Ray did too. But there are guys from Boston who got molested by priests, and they're like, they get hired to like, it's funny because they're like Hollywood henchmen. So they go around, they're covering up messes. But it's just like, now that like seeing all this stuff, it would for sure be like blackface pictures, N-word tapes, like tweets.
It was funny. I was at my parents' last night, and at dinner, my mom was like, "Oh, they got Jimmy Kimmel. He did blackface, right?" And I was like, "No, that was Jimmy Fallon." Although, yeah, Jimmy Kimmel, yeah, his was the N-word.
Well,
like,
dude,
it was funny
not to get all Chappelle on it, but it's like, can a white guy be famous without doing blackface? Is it something they make us do to embarrass us?
Wait, what?
And they always say you put black guys in dresses in Hollywood. Why do they always put strong white men in blackface in Hollywood?
Bro.
Well, I mean, I'm starting to think this is a conspiracy, dude.
You want to get into what's that called? Like embarrassment rituals?
Yeah.
You want to have power over somebody in Hollywood?
Oh yeah.
Maybe they don't even have to fuck a kid these days. You can just toss them in blackface early in their career. Be like, you work for me now.
Well, I mean, I hate to say it, but I'd say that's progress. Going from like
True
mandatory kid fucking to some blackface. Yeah. It's like maybe we can move on to something else. Yeah, I mean, dude.
Instead of blackface, just like a fitted hat.
Well, also imagine just being like, all right, Jim, we're doing your makeup. And you're like, all right, what are you doing today? Be like, just a little blackface, no big deal. Yeah. And you're like, And they're like, come on, we've worked hard on this. The same thing. The same thing for Chappelle. Like,
we wrote it.
We wrote it. It's funny. Come on, just do it. It's gonna be. Everybody else does it. Yeah, it's dude.
Chappelle has a point though. That they do that to every single black comic has had to dress like a woman.
True. I actually have a theory that I think, and I don't know if Eddie Murphy's going to go for it, but I think Trump is going to try to hire Eddie Murphy to play 9 different black cabinet members for 2020.
That's a good idea. Dude.
He just plays 9 different. He's like, I have 9 different members. And just Eddie Murphy.
Sit them behind him. Every time he does a campaign, you should just have Eddie Murphy like get up, go to the bathroom, come back as a woman. Yeah. Did you watch that? You watched Trump down in Tulsa?
I caught pieces of it on the thing. They're calling him a loser. They're like, how does it feel? They're attacking Trump with Trump stuff. Like, how does it feel to be a loser with nobody coming to your rally? Blah, blah, blah. Like, yeah, man.
He was up there. I was, you know what? I'm sorry, Mr. President, for ragging on you for the water drinking. He silenced me.
Really?
He was on stage. He was like, and then he threw it.
Damn.
He threw it, and he was like, "Fuck off with that water shit, dude." He was like, "See, I can drink water. I'm pretty good."
Oh,
that's where we're at as far as the president. He's like, "Watch me drink this, easy." Next,
you should just make him go through like assisted, activities of daily living.
Yeah,
just be like, watch me get out of bed, dude. Not even a problem.
What? Who's talking shit, dude? Yeah, and then my favorite was him talking about
he stone cold it like a Poland Spring.
Yeah, well, it was still like slow. Like someone bragging about how good they are at drinking water. It was still like. Then he was. My favorite part was he was like, they tried to get the Christopher Columbus statue, but they couldn't.
He protected
the Italians. The Italians. I love my Italian people. And all these dudes in Oklahoma are like,
boo.
Yeah, we don't like that. Yeah, he's got to know his audience.
It's when you do a bit up in north and you go down south of it and everyone's like, oh, and you're like, shit, fuck.
Yeah, fuck, I forgot these are different honkies.
So he was going to start calling out different ethnic. He was going to start like.
Yeah.
Calling
he tried to be like they tried to get that Columbus statue, but there were some tough Italian.
There's some tough wops there that shut it down.
Yeah, he did. He almost hit your version of the Italians.
Did he?
He was close. He's like, I love the Italians. You know, it was great. And just watching dudes in cowboy hats be like,
I guess.
Yeah.
Which ones are they again?
Yeah. Those damn fucking Catholics. Yeah, it's been fun. Things are good.
Yeah, man.
They're gonna. Shaun King said Jesus was racist. White Jesus was a form of white supremacy. Sick.
Who's Shaun King?
He's the white guy that's the head of Black Lives Matter. he's the white guy that is trying to hide being white by putting like a pencil mustache on. He just grew his facial hair. It would look.
He put on that Rappaport's Puerto Rican costume.
Yes.
Oh.
He fully has like a pencil mustache and the pencil goatee.
Ali G.
Full Ali G, dude.
Oh, dude.
Look, you can't accuse somebody of being white. I don't think. But boy, he's close.
He's edging blackface.
He's edging.
When he's edging Dolezal. He's a couple of spray tans.
Lemaire, I'm going to need your mic on this. I'm going to need you to say some things I can't.
Okay.
Who do you think looks blacker, Rachel Dolezal or Shaun King?
Rachel Dolezal.
Oh, I know Shaun King.
Landslide, right?
And a landslide, yeah, easy.
All right, thank you.
Also,
let's get a camera on Lemaire, please.
Lemaire, can you do cue cards? Be like,
yeah. I'll hold something up. You say it.
Yeah.
Film it. Look at my African American over there.
I love him. Dude, fuck, man, I forgot. Also, Lemaire, there's a viewer who's disturbed by you laughing and wishes you to stop.
Oh.
Did you read that?
No.
Everyone's like, oh, it's so fun hearing people. One guy's like, I fucking hate hearing them laugh in the background. So, for that one joyless, soulless individual, Lemaire, if you could please muzzle your human joy, that would be preferable.
Yeah. No, it's good. It's nice.
I fucking hate the sound of that guy laughing on that comedy podcast. It pisses me off.
It's unbelievable.
Yeah, I saw Shaun King. Now I know who you're talking about. Yeah, man. I mean, that's the kind of that's a classic conundrum. If you want to be a white ally, it's like clearly you want to shed your like physically white persona, but you can't shed too much of it.
He's not white. He fully claims he's black. Shaun King claims well, I'm not saying he's claiming. He is, I think, at least part black.
Okay.
But yeah,
he seems to have some like first meeting white privilege, you're saying.
He's got some I don't know. I'm not gonna like speculate the percent of black he is.
You don't have to do that. No one's asking you to
but
do that.
It's up there.
So he's fair skinned. Did you ever read the book The Human Stain? Philip Roth. No. Philip Roth. It's about a professor who he's born into a black family, but he's so fair skinned that he actually goes and pretends he's Jewish. And his whole life is about like he gets accused of racism as like a pretend Jewish guy, but he's secretly black, and he's like, man, this is fucking bullshit, but he can't lie about it. It's pretty fucking funny. Good book.
So wait, at the end he does it's basically the Chappelle racist.
Kind of.
KK, yeah.
But it's bullshit too because he's just using outdated language and somebody there. It's a very long story. I won't spoil it.
Wait, he gets canceled in the book for like.
Dude, this book was written in like the 90s.
Was he gets canceled? And he's like,
they cancel him, but he doesn't want to come out because his whole life's built around that. His kids don't even know.
This is a great book.
Awesome book, dude. Philip Roth's a fucking book. They would cancel Philip Roth in a heartbeat. But the
hold on, let me.
We got some info on Shaun King if you'd like to see.
Yeah, what's?
I'll let you.
Not that I care or it's any of our concern.
I'll let you handle that.
He's 40. He's from Kentucky.
Damn, he's 40?
Yeah, he's 40. He's from Kentucky. He went to Morehouse College, Arizona State University. He's black by going to Morehouse, but he's from Kentucky.
There's black people in Kentucky?
There are black people in Kentucky.
What are you getting
at, there's not like there's not a lot of black people in Kentucky.
Lemaire, this is troubling. Don't do that. I don't do that. I stay in the middle. I'm like Copernicus.
So yeah, again, I remember seeing the guy in.
Wait, what the fuck was that? You just gave us his Wikipedia?
Yeah, I was just trying to give you more info.
No, we don't.
I don't care where he's from. No. I've seen videos of this guy. I remember surprisingly being like,
okay,
yeah, just being like, I wouldn't put him in the Dolezal category by intent, but it seems like you're a hierarchy. When you're in this hierarchy of wokeness, it's like, how can I ascend this at a rapid pace? Be like, God is racist, and it's like, all right, bro. Like,
yeah,
thanks, man.
In his defense, he was answering he didn't like come out and make that statement.
So
what happened was somebody asked him about. They're like, "What do you think of, I guess, statues of white Jesus?" And he was like, "That's white supremacist."
Yeah.
So I don't think he wanted to say that, but it did fall under his beliefs.
Yeah.
Which, to some extent, yes. But if you can't, well, dude, I'm not going to go to a church in Ireland and be like, I can't believe they made him white.
Yeah. Or go to fucking.
Obviously, everybody there looks like him, and you want people to believe in it.
Yeah. It's bizarre. Or to
That's what's
see a
going
black Santa Claus and be like, Santa Claus isn't black.
Yeah,
Take that down.
true.
It's like, no. It's like, oh, hey.
Yeah, if you went to like a white town and they had a black Santa Claus, you'd be like, that's weird. Why are they doing that, dude?
I mean, it'd be swagged out, dude.
It'd be so funny.
I mean,
If like when I was a kid, dude, if there was a black Santa at like the mall in Mechanicsburg, people would be like, who's doing this? Like, people would genuinely be like, why is this happening?
Why is this? No,
Who is responsible?
why is this happening to me right now?
Yeah, I have to confront. It is funny to toss up a black Santa and have people have to confront that to be like, he's not. Oh yeah. Like, oh yeah, it's made up. Wait a second, he's white. Oh yeah, it's not real.
Yeah, okay, so the question, see, this is the thing too. We never have complete information. So the question was posed to him. He's like, "Who's more racist, Jesus or Allah?" And he was like, "Jesus."
Well,
Clearly
it's funny,
Jesus.
It's funny too because now,
Easy, that's Jesus.
so the white, like the Fox News types, got a hold of the tear down Jesus statues. So they're like, we told you, if you fucking come for this, what happens if they wanted to tear down Muhammad statues? Now, of course, the argument to that is there are no Muhammad statues. So people are like, you fucking idiot, there are no Muhammad statues.
They're not allowed to build them?
Yeah, you can't, and it's like you can't draw a cartoon of them.
Sure, you can't.
Same thing. You can't.
can't
There's no
sculpt
likenesses of Muhammad.
Really?
Yeah. There's no art.
I guess
of
none
Muhammad.
would do him justice.
Perhaps.
Yeah.
Now they're trying to in order to counter that argument is to be like, the reason we don't have statues of him is because we knew in the future he had done some fucked up things and we don't want to worship any. It's like, dude,
That's what they were claiming?
yeah, they're going along. There's good reasons we don't have statues of him. It's like,
But don't
you
get him mistaken. And he is our God and one true God.
we do worship him as the prophet.
That's how I always felt about the Old Testament God. That's why I personally never sculpted an Old Testament God myself. I was like, he did some fucked up shit.
My Old Testament God was Black Santa.
Was he? That's who you worshipped?
In my head, that's who I envisioned.
I mean, dude, God did say he shouldn't be gay, so
That is a very Black Santa thing to say.
What?
So you want to bring it on? There's one. Ding. Count it, Pete.
Oh my god.
Count it, Pete, you little pussy.
Yeah, dude. I don't think you're in a quagmire, no doubt, because it's like worshiping a God that hates gay people. Like, I get that. That's one where we're like, all right, we need a fucking 2.0 reboot, dude.
Yeah.
We need to debug.
Well,
this.
I don't think Jesus said anything about gay people.
Jesus.
I'm fairly certain.
No, I don't think Jesus was
Jesus
pissed
was
off
on that
about
New
gay
Test, and he was like,
whatever. He's like,
whatever,
whores, gay
whores,
people,
chilling,
whores, theater kids, all the
Yeah,
same
I think
thing.
Now this is a hot take. Never mind. I just played it out. But unfortunately, if you want to be woke about it, Jesus didn't, marry a 6 to 9-year-old and have sex with her, or own slaves.
True.
Which, unfortunately, other, religious leaders, deities may have.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, for
Something you
sure.
gotta watch
Yeah,
out.
Muhammad had slaves. He had slaves. Yeah, Muhammad.
Yeah,
Muhammad had them. Check
Had
off
'em.
the box.
Check the
Muhammad
had 'em.
had them. Jesus
Didn't
might have had sex. The worst thing they're trying to get with him is he was like he had sex with Mary Magdalene. Which, first of all, he supported sex workers way ahead of his time.
But
People used to actually like physically spit on sex workers back then. Jesus was like, no, come on. She's cool. She's all right.
yeah, they were throwing stones at her.
Yeah.
That's literally, he stopped it. It was like, who the fuck is doing this?
Why?
He was like, look at yourself. That was the first cancel culture. They
True.
were like throwing rocks at her, like, slut. And he was like, fucking, what have you done?
Yeah.
And they're like, all right, chill.
It's like, oh, the guy.
Chill.
Imagine that being that crowd of being like, I just fucked my daughter last night. Fuck.
Yeah.
I really shouldn't be throwing rocks at this wicked whore. I molested my daughter
Yeah.
before I sold her to some guy for 3 goats. And they're like, fuck you, Jesus. We got to kill this motherfucker. Yeah, I mean, it's bullshit. This is such a complex problem that's been compounded by thousands of years.
Yeah.
And people think you're going to go on there by, like, we're going to fix this by firing Jimmy Kimmel. It's like,
Jimmy
come
Kimmel,
on, man.
dude, I'm done.
And you can find him.
Cancel him.
I always thought he was kind of, I always preferred Jimmy Kimmel to Fallon.
I agree.
But then, they just all started saying the same shit over and over.
Then,
It's a job where, like, there's no, like you were saying before, how do all these people think almost exactly the same? It's like, because they don't. Because it's like they basically have the sword of Damocles over their head, where it's like, if Jimmy Kimmel's like, you know what I actually think about this, they would be like,
Yeah.
you're fucking done. So it's like we're getting the whole culture is being broadcasted by, networks being like, here's what you can and cannot say. Go feed the discourse of America. It's nonsense, dude.
Yeah.
Now in the colleges, that's even the cultural message from entertainment is now being backed and even radicalized from the place you go to supposedly get smarter. So again, this whole thing will topple. There's no way this, as it stands, in terms of, when I say as it stands, in terms of like not allowing people to relate to each other from like an actually honest place and then be empathetically listened to, that's going to fall apart. This is an untenable way people are going about it. Of like, I'm going to hold you up against my idea of moral perfection. You're clearly going to fail somewhere at some point in your lifetime that now we all have access to each other's like life communications. And then you can just bring that up and be like, you're fag, get out of here. That was what I was thinking about even with D'Elia. It's like, first of all, most people you ask would have no idea what the fuck's going on with Chris D'Elia. It's just people who follow. Like if I ask my mom, she's more worried about Juneteenth right now, personally.
She like Juneteenth?
She came up to me and it was really fucking funny. We're sitting there. I was actually checking on the fries, and it was like for Father's Day.
Yeah.
My mom came in. It was me, my brother, and who was my little sister, I think. And she came in. She was like, "Yeah, I'll make sure the fries are good." She's like, "Hey, Matt, where's Brittany? I went to ask her, is Juneteenth actually a holiday?"
Oh, no. Dude, I got hit with some Juneteenth this weekend.
I started laughing because I'm like, first of all, I'm like, and Brittany would honestly laugh. But I was like, my brother Kevin was like, "Mom, try not to say the word actually when you ask her." She's like, "What? I just want to know." Because it was all on Fox News that Donald Trump didn't know what Juneteenth was. And he was like, "Yeah, I totally knew what it was." And then apparently it was released later that like, but also a lot of people did Google Juneteenth for the record. A lot of people don't know what it is, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, of course he can't. He's literally incapable of being like, I know what that is. Or like being like, no, I didn't.
I've never fucking heard.
He's incapable of that.
As soon as I heard of it, I go, "Oh, it's." I
real
kind of
easy
context.
Real easy answer. Sorry, I didn't know, and it's because of systemic racism.
That you never heard.
That I never heard of it. I should have heard of it. It's not my fault.
Yeah.
Quick answer.
True. Yeah, but Donald Trump.
That's like I said. But Donald Trump, he
has to just be like,
or obviously
yes.
You don't even include the systemic racism part. You just go, no, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I never heard of that. No problem. Oh, you didn't fuck, but that's
you didn't know.
Everything he says is just a megaphone of like, and he's on a whole other weird quest of. Well, apparently, Donald Trump Jr. is attacking Kimmel for being like, "Oh, you guys he's got an N-word tape. You thought we had an N-word tape. He actually is in possession of
that's
an N-word tape."
In Trump Jr.'s defense, get him.
Yeah.
If somebody was out there trying their hardest, in fact, it literally just happened to me. Someone was trying their hardest to remind everyone to try to cancel you, and then they got canceled. I'd be like, woo-hoo.
I forgot how hard Kimmel was going after Trump.
He tried to help. I think Tom Arnold did like a documentary on finding an N-word tape. It was like finding Sasquatch. It was good. And Kimmel was like, "We need to find this."
That's the left's Bigfoot. The Trump.
And then
it's probably all
Kimmel's
grainy.
tape came out.
It's gonna be a grainy, shitty footage where you're like, "Did he say that? I can't tell." He fucking said it. All right, that's him. This is Trump's N-word.
Dude, look, I don't think anyone's denying Trump's got an N-word
for sure,
but on tape, we'll see.
That's a smoking gun.
That's a tough one, dude.
Yeah, I mean it would be interesting. It would be an interesting Gallup poll of America. Like, honest to God, how many do you think Trump's ever said the N-word? It would have to be like 98%.
Has Trump said it?
For sure.
The only people saying no are lying.
Yeah.
The only people saying no are like they think the other side wants them to say yes, so they're just like, no, he never said it. I know what Juneteenth is. It's the same thing. It's like, yes, he said it.
Yeah, man. I don't think it's a. I'm just curious to see where it goes. I mean, the only way this stuff kind of it's hard to separate the actual things that need to be addressed from people kind of parroting things and trying to like self-elevate from these kind of things. If that makes sense. So as soon as you start being like, "Oh, this is dumb," people are like, You don't think slavery is a big deal? It's like, no. I'm talking about these people who are kind of like weaseling around trying to like elevate themselves through this.
Yes.
It's like people are like, what are you talking about? How could you even think about that right now? It's like, firing everybody.
Tell you what they're doing, dude. They're fighting like Al Qaeda. That's how they're doing. They're hiding in civilization they're hiding amongst civilian population, so you can't hit them.
Yeah.
You can't be like, you pieces of shit,
I
because
know.
then it's like, oh fuck, I hit everyone. Sorry about that. You guys were innocent. I think you're actually kind of right.
So you're telling me you got to blow up a school? You got to blow up a school.
We're gonna have to drone strike some schools to get a hold of these people, and I'm not willing to do that just yet.
But again, isn't that seem like such a turnoff to be like, you know, people who are like vying for the public spot, dude, knowing when it comes, the price tag on it now it's different now, because it's not like you were like Walter Cronkite. You did the broadcast. People would send you letters and you'd be like, fucking burn those things.
Yeah.
And now people can just like beep your cell phone. And you're like, God fucking damn it.
Yeah.
What did I do in 1984? And you're like, shit. Everyone's like, yo, your 401k just got drained. You're out of here. And like, motherfucker.
Yeah.
I think people should be approaching show business like kind of like Global Guts, where this is the aggro crag. As soon as you like Legends of the Hidden Temple, as soon as one of those guys like, you're just like, you got me. I'm out. Next, come on, go ahead. I had a good run. You got me. I made a bunch of money for basically fucking off. I'm out. Thank you, everybody. Good night.
Yeah, I agree, but it's tough to take that L.
I mean, it's tough to fucking,
especially when it's like you see somebody that's done way worse than you. Like,
I know.
Like, wait, how come his didn't count?
Well, it's also tougher to take if you haven't made millions of dollars yet.
Yeah, true. Just if the fucking guy tagged you right, they're like, all right, ready, go, gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh fuck,
Well,
what? I didn't even start. Like, no, the guy.
You like a track when they're like, before the gun goes off, you move, and like you're out, and you're like, fuck.
Yeah.
Damn it.
But yeah, it's also funny to watch all these people post these like woke things and then be like, book more people like me.
Yeah.
It's like, wait, what?
Well, that's the seedy
At
underbelly.
the end, you were like, book me?
Yeah.
Right.
That's the seedy underbelly of this nobody wants to address. And this is why you need opposing viewpoints. Otherwise, if everyone's on the same page, you know, it's like, well, I'm not going to say anything. But I don't have it in me. It's beyond my powers as a person to like disagree with this person. Like I can't do it. So like, you know, that's where all like I saw someone who was advertising.
Wait, what do you mean?
So it's like, so say you're on the side of like, you know, cancel Jimmy Fallon or, well, yeah, he's blackface. Yeah. He didn't get canceled for some reason. He's cool.
Jimmy Kimmel?
Fallon. Didn't he?
Fallon blackface.
Play blackfaced.
Yeah.
Kimmel's going to get blackface.
Kimmel's got the double.
He got
blackface and N-word.
Oh, no, he's got blackface, N-word, and I think sexism.
Yeah, he laughed at
He's three
Megan
strike.
Fox.
He's three strike. He's California
He
three
got
strike.
three real quick. That was a tough one.
But the if there's somebody who like, again, there's people, and I was in school with these people. It's like to dare question thine doctrine, to be like, I think it's good what we're doing, but what about this aspect of it? There's people who cannot do that. It's like their friendships will fall apart. They're so embedded in it, like on like a human level.
Yes, their entire identity.
It's their entire identity. It's their entire social identity.
It's like when people have to leave like being Amish or Mormon.
Dude,
They're like, you have no idea how hard this was. Like, I had to say goodbye to everybody I ever knew.
It is, dude. It's a perfect example. It literally is. It's like, if I say this, I will be shunned. People will question me, blah, 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 blah. But, so that's what I was saying. So, like, if you have people who can look at it critically, who are like, yeah, I think this is kind of bullshit, they can be wrong about a whole other things. But it's like, then, so here's my whole point. I saw a text about someone who was offering distance Reiki to people of color for free. And then you could, I think as like a white person, give her money. Be like, well, you know, as a white person recognizing my privilege, I will give you money so that you will go do distance Reiki on POCs for free.
What's
Meanwhile,
distance Reiki? Yoga?
Good fucking question. I think it's Reiki through Zoom. Reiki's all about like hovering your finger. The whole thing's about like
get the fuck out
being over someone's back and like changing their energies. But I think distance is like from Zoom to be like, let me see your back. To be like, let me see your back through Zoom. Basically, it's like there's somebody who's taking a tragedy and advertising the fact that they do Zoom Reiki or do Reiki at all. And it's like, can't you see that? I remember seeing improvers being like, we're going to be selling, we're going to be giving away shirts. If you donate money, we'll give shirts away to people and raise money for that. And the shirts happen to be for my podcast. And it's like, dude, I see what you're doing, man.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the fact that I'm criminally minded and I can like, you know, make little connections like that. But it's like, I see what you're doing, man. This is This is a hustle. I can see it. You know, maybe I'm cynical, but
no, I don't know. I think it's kind of clear.
Yeah, right.
I don't even think it's up for debate.
The big, by the way, and if you do want Reiki, here's my, like, you're advertising through this.
Yeah.
A guy died, and you're now like, that's your realtor business card. The background of your business card, in theory, would be a dead guy. I mean, pretty much Christianity, but
yeah.
That's their logo.
I forgot to hit you with this.
What?
I got hit with the Juneteenth.
Mm-hmm.
I got hit with a hard Juneteenth.
Oh, right. Yeah.
There just happened to be basically a black Israelite in the kitchen at the comedy club I was just at.
You're talking real black Israelite. You're not lying to me, are you? Because I'm
telling
pretty
you,
excited about this.
I'm telling you the theories he was yelling while I was on stage that were reported to me by O'Connor were he was hit. All right. So here's what he was upset about. This is what the
What's his view on Tom Jones before you proceed?
Hold on.
Black?
Black. Here's the bit he was upset about. I was making fun of the fact that Alabama football desegregated in 1971.
Yeah.
And that we had already been to the moon before Alabama was like, we got to get rid of these white cornerbacks. Hilarious.
Yeah.
Just funny to think of. And then, all right, I'll give him this. I was kind of giving credit to bad white cornerbacks as real civil rights heroes. Be like, they were so bad that everybody in the South had to be like, we need black dudes to do this. Like, we can't keep losing games. Like, college football was more important than humanity.
Yeah.
So, I'm pointing that, like, I don't know how you missed that, what I'm doing. But anyway, he was pissed. Like, went out back and was, like, screaming. And O'Connor was out there, like, smoking. And he came out. I think he hit a couple, like, Hitler was right. He had a couple of those tossed
about
in
who?
Well, I think he was saying Hitler was right about America being racist. He tossed that out.
When they were canceling Hitler, he was like, America's racist?
Which technically, Hitler canceled himself.
Look,
Hitler threw himself down. It was like, no, you guys were right.
like, issued an apology. He was like, fuck that.
True. I kind of Hitlered out. We kind of bunkered, dude. You were my Ava Braun. Yeah, you were Goebbels. You were like, our leader's going down. Fuck this.
I'm going to go paint houses. Fuck this shit.
I'm done. So then after the show, this was great. Also, there were two fans. I forgot about this. I want to say sorry to them because I was out front chilling with them, and then I went back downstairs to get a beer. And when I went back inside to get a beer, I told them I would be right back. And instead, I got hit with a black Hitler coming at me. So I had to stay down there and argue with that guy in front of the all-black staff.
Sure.
On Juneteenth. It was an intense environment.
At the time, do you know what Juneteenth was?
Yes, I did,
Okay.
actually. And it was a big away game for me. So this was big, dude. I'm in St. Louis in a basement with a black Israelite in front of an all-black staff. And he was hitting me with that. But this is when I knew I was dealing with just a crazy person because he was like, this ain't about the Trump shit because Trump's all right. he hit me with the Trump. And I was just like, oh, all right.
So this guy rules, you're telling me.
This guy absolutely ruled.
This guy saw something he perceived racist and went outside and was like, fucking Hitler was right. I knew it.
Yeah. He's like, Hitler was right. And then he sat down with me and was like, no, Trump's a businessman. And we need that. All right. I was like, all right, God damn it, dude. I was sitting here. And, like, of course, I felt horrible when O'Connor told me, he was like, someone on the staff's pissed at you for being racist. Yeah. And I was like, oh, fuck, dude. I can't keep doing this.
Well, that alone.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Sorry, I don't want to cut you off. But
no, that was it.
That should be, and I'm not just trying to suck you on camera, but that should be the metric measured. Is like, does this person have a conscience? And if something happens where it upsets someone, you're like, I innately feel the tug of humanity, and I wanted
to talk to him.
Exactly, but instead, it's like, let us record a sound. Let's ignore what actually makes a person a good person. Ignore all that, capture you in a soundbite, and be like, fuck him, kill him.
Yeah,
like there would be people who, if you died, would be celebrating. Like,
oh, I know.
Liberty.
I know. I'm trying not to die before I win.
True.
But I think I'm gonna die before I get to win.
You think? What's winning?
Just doing well. Just being respected, and publicly, the public opinion is, no, he was funny. And They have to sit there. Because either way, when I die, they're going to be like, piece of shit.
Here's the problem, though. If the public opinion is distorted through how you appear, personally, like if I want to be like, Shane's funny, but if I feel like problematic and be like, Shane's funny, but I can't come on my platform and say that because it's problematic. So even if you were like, I just want people to say. No, I know. I want to
get to, this is corny. Just to the point where they do that.
Yeah.
That would be a win.
Yeah, but even like, I mean, think of Chappelle. Chappelle dropped a special that was funny as fuck.
Yeah.
They're all like, he sucks. That special fucking blows. And then he did another one where he just, talked about George Floyd, and everyone's like, you have to listen to what he's saying right now. I mean, maybe it wasn't the same people, but it's like, it's. Yeah. It was better than the other. It's like. It was the same people. So it's like, in order for them to say you're awesome in terms of the, the.
True. I guess I am not explain, nor do I want to explain it.
Yeah.
as to what I think
You
winning
don't.
is
You don't
on
explain
this.
your inner workings.
Yeah, I don't want to explain my end goals to these animals.
Why? Can't tell them your moves.
No, dude.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
Do I need to go into how shitty people are?
Sure. Yeah. That's what I've been doing for the last 10 minutes.
No.
I hear you. You don't want to tell them basically where they'll
Do you think I want to? Do you think I want to tell people hopes and dreams?
True.
Can't give them that.
True. That's sick. That's a sick and twisted realm.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
They'll like gain a vantage point and be like, we got snipers on the roof.
Yeah. They'll just be like, oh, this is what he wants. You'll never get it, bitch. Fuck you.
Yeah, I mean,
But yeah, the Juneteenth, I won the away game.
Yeah. So what was the general reaction?
Well, everybody in the staff was like, no, he's crazy. But what was hilarious was this. There was a white manager that was like, I'm going to talk to him, and I was like, don't,
please, for the love of fucking God,
do not.
Have a guy like, you can't talk to comics. Like, he would instantly be like, this motherfucker's silencing me.
Yes, and then I would get dragged into it too.
For sure.
Be like, this motherfucker was saying racist shit, and then this white manager told me not to talk to headliners.
Well, because there's this gigantic fire going on, and like,
I was like, literally, I was like, dude, definitely don't.
Well, there's a gigantic fire that's just going on that everyone's just staring at, just like dumbfounded by. And this guy could have been, a simple misunderstanding where a manager's like, even if he didn't talk to you, he's like, I'm going to make this right. And he did that outside of your knowledge. That guy could have perceived it as like, Shane told this guy to silence me. And then you just throw that in. That's gasoline onto this thing. And everyone's like, yeah. And it's like.
No, me and him made up. I gave him like a bunch of weed.
Where'd you get all the weed from? Oh, people just giving you weed.
People giving me weed. Yeah.
Pretty swag. Shout out to
you. So
you
I
guys.
just immediately gave it to him. And I was like, I come in peace.
True.
And we settled it. In fact, we settled it that night. And the whole staff was like, yeah, he's fucking wild.
I think this guy rules for
but
the record.
He did rule as soon as he mentioned that Trump was the fucking man. I was just like, all right. Like, I was just instantly, I was like, all right, shut the fuck up, dude. So I think that's what he was mad at, was me making fun of Trump.
Yeah.
I believe that.
But this guy was like a mystical black conservative then.
He was
basically, I don't,
pure, I think he was just a crazy guy.
I might have three-eyed raven, a black dude at the staff. Been in him like.
Yeah, he got me. But yeah, it was. This was good. This was the piece of information I wanted to give you. That was making me laugh. So I was listening to, got a lot of War on the Run out. Got a lot of Robert Rogers info, and so after there was a battle.
Yeah,
I think it was 1757.
Mm-hmm.
Fort William Henry fell to the French from the British. The British had it. French took it.
Where was this?
In like by Lake Champlain.
Okay.
Like upstate New York.
Yeah.
And
thank God I didn't say Michigan. Go on.
Yeah,
Michigan.
So it goes back to Michigan. So the French were teammates with the Indians in this war. They were allies. And the French were like, British, you better fucking surrender because I don't think we can control these boys. And they want to fuck you up. They're going to do wild shit to you.
Yeah.
So the British agreed to the surrender where they were like, and the French were like, we'll let you go. You can keep your fucking arms. You can fucking just walk out of here. And the Indians were like, dude, that's soft as fuck. This is pussy shit. As soon as the French, like as soon as the procession of men leaving started going, the Indians just fucked them up. Like we're just scalping fucking dudes, like just killing them while they were walking out. And here's what was funny. These dudes didn't get enough scalps. So they dug up the graves of the dudes that were just buried during the fight and just started scalping dead bodies out of the graves. But what they didn't know is some of those guys died from smallpox. So then they brought all those scalps back to their tribes, like in Michigan. They all died from smallpox. So what's funny about that is, obviously, we're taught about the white genocide of the genocide committed by white people, giving them smallpox blankets.
Yeah.
Which I'm not saying we didn't.
Yeah.
But at least a very small scale, some of the smallpox was just get a little greedy with the scalps.
Getting greedy with the scalps.
He took a couple extra scalps, which I thought was very funny.
Yeah, imagine digging up a dead body and scalping it. Also, too, to have
being like, why the fuck am I sick now?
Oh,
I think they were nibbling on them too. They nibbled on a couple.
Dude.
Yeah, they nibbled a couple.
You nibble a scalp?
No, they nibbled the dudes. They bite you.
The dead guys?
Yeah, they'd eat dudes after battles sometimes. They would fry them up.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That must be so satisfying to not only beat somebody, but to then eat them.
Eat their fucking heart.
Yeah, to like beat a person, have them lose. And
Oh,
just
dude,
beat
there's a
their body.
funny ass story. These, I think it was the Miami. They switched sides and joined the British,
Mhm.
and then the French and Indian came out and fucked them up. And then at the end of the battle, like boiled like 6 of them in front of their families and ate them. And then after Miami was like, "No, we're on your side." Like they immediately joined back. Pretty funny.
Wait, how did that work?
How did what work?
Who boiled who? I'm
All right.
lost.
So there was a tribe of Indians that switched and joined the British.
Yeah.
They were like, we like what these guys are up to. So immediately the French and Indians came out and fucked them up for doing that.
Yeah.
And then ate a couple of them in front of their tribe. And the whole tribe was like, all right, our bad. Deals off with the British. We're back with you guys.
Oh God.
If you guys are munching us.
You got boiled too.
I mean, people were munching.
Oh my God, dude.
Yeah.
That's horrible.
And
That's
the
horrendous.
French just had to sit there and be like, oh shit, dude, these guys are wild.
Yeah, that's your ally
Yeah,
too.
That's your squad. And like they were even telling the British, like, dude, you guys better give up.
Yeah, these
Because we cannot stop these dudes. They're coming in.
they were sending them like letters, like, look,
Yo.
I know you guys think you know what's going on here right now, but like this
They're
shit
like,
is
yo,
so
we
fucked up.
We fucked up.
Shit, sorry.
But you guys need to watch out. Yeah. Pretty fun stuff.
Where'd you get a pot big enough to boil an Englishman?
They have pots, dude.
Yeah, the
They
cauldrons.
have big cauldrons in the center of the fucking town. They're like, everyone, this is what happens.
Jesus,
You're munched.
Christ.
Congratulations. You are now munched.
Yeah, that's bizarre. It's also a. It's one thing too. Everyone's said this a million times, but it is funny to think about like the problems people used to deal with versus the problems
Holy
now.
fuck.
And it's just like it just pale in
Dude,
fucking
these people,
comparison.
like, what happens when you get, like, fucking scurvy and small, but, like,
Yeah,
it's the worst shit in the world. Like your legs swell up and all your joints are fucking your fucking gums blister and pop, like they swell up. You just die, or you just lay in a cabin for like 3 weeks. It's wild.
ugh.
Yeah, and then I mean, if you just lived out on the frontier, if you heard someone coming, you were like, "Well, we're dead."
Yeah.
Like if someone just came to visit or like walked by, you were like, "Oh fuck,
Well, this is
they're gonna fuck us up. They're gonna eat us. We're getting boiled."
we're getting
That was a problem, like often.
getting the lobster treatment.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, that was something I was reading the news recently, and they were talking about it was a Trump rally in Tulsa. And they were like,
It's so funny, dude.
they were like,
Trump, yo, if you watch that, you're gonna be like,
is it ridiculous?
"Oh my god!"
Well,
Yes.
they were like for the rally, they were like, oh, do you guys know, by the way, there was like a horrible racial massacre here in
Yeah,
the 1800s. So now it's like with the news is now like Looper, where they're just like, oh, also this year in 1800, there's a horrible massacre. It's like, dude. I mean, I get the point, but it's also like, well, doesn't he know there's a horrible massacre here? It's like, dude,
yeah,
it's,
he did it. Yeah, and I think initially the rally in Tulsa was on Juneteenth, and Tulsa's probably the last city you should do that in.
so they were like,
Yeah.
scale it back.
I think they pushed it back a day.
Yeah. Well, it's one of those things too. It's like I didn't know that. So it's like if you had no idea what Juneteenth was, you're not a student of history, and you're like, I'm thinking Tulsa. What do you think about that?
Yeah.
You're like, what do you have to scan the fucking annals of history? Like, was there
Tulsa's?
was there a genocide there?
Did you see Watchmen
No,
opening?
in
It was
Tulsa.
just on HBO.
That
It
was the
just
scene.
about
That was
Tulsa.
the opening scene.
Yeah, Tulsa was pretty rough, dude. They had in Tulsa, they had planes.
Mhm.
They attacked the black town with planes.
Yeah.
They were throwing bombs out of actual planes.
So why don't they ever talk about that in history class?
They will now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
I mean, that's gonna be another thing too. When you're in history class in high school, and they're like,
Bro.
then the government bombed a black town, and everyone's like, all right, so
Yeah.
don't fail the test. And then like, what happens if someone failed? Like, and
I
also,
think it was the 1920s.
oh, this is recent.
It's pretty recent.
So this wasn't that long
They had
ago.
a plane.
I thought it was like way longer ago.
No. No, in fact, I think they called it Black Wall Street.
Why did they go?
so
Oh, that Tulsa was Black Wall Street.
I believe.
So they bombed.
Yeah, and I think it started when sorry, I'm taking my fucking keys out. See that Planet Fitness keychain?
I see that.
Behold. Just look at my failure that
What?
I keep on my keychain.
You don't go?
No, it's not since like January.
Well, you've been
Still paying them, and I keep that on just in case I
You're
stop
social
in.
distancing, bro.
Other's I was definitely gonna be
For
tearing
sure.
up the gym.
So they bombed. Is that what Black Wall Street
Yeah,
was? It just got
I
bombed?
think what happened. I could be wrong here. I think a bunch of white people, a black dude committed a crime,
Mhm.
and back then it's very like Diddy,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
Diddy. So I think a bunch of white dudes were gonna try to lynch him,
Mhm.
and then a bunch of black dudes from that town came and fucked them up.
Yeah.
And they got in like a gunfight. And then that actually ended up resulting in just a whole bunch of whites coming through. And then they were like, all right, get the plane.
Like a military plane, or someone had like an old crop duster. I mean, not that,
I
well, it
forget.
kind of matters.
I think it had something to do with the National Guard. Like, I think they I could be wrong on that.
Yeah. True.
But
But it was, so this was a pretty well known fact, because I was like, I didn't hear about that.
This is also Juneteenth. There's people that are like bewildered by the fact that it was 2 years after the Emancipation Proclamation was when but it's because there was still a civil war and they were in the South.
Yeah, but my larger point is,
Like, nobody in the South was like, well, he called it, we got to stop.
Yeah. Well, my larger point isn't to be like, oh, that's all bullshit. It's like,
no, I don't think you think it's bullshit.
No, well, they're peppering the narrative with like, they're just like, boom, we're basically, this is like right now, from my view, it's like we're convincing people this is like the Black Apocalypse. This is like, they're killing you, they're picking you off, you're being hunted by the police, blah, 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 blah. And then it's like, oh, and by the way, remember in 1920 when they did this too? And then there's like, I was reading the news where there was shootings at the Juneteenth parties. They're like, there was one person was just shot. They didn't talk about like any sort of suspect or anything. They're like, someone also fired into a crowd. Again, no suspect or anything. So they're just like, somebody got shot at a Juneteenth party. Back to you. And it's like, what the fuck? Isn't your job to like sift through and maybe get some more details as like what the fuck happened? Who's the suspect? But they're not doing any of that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, it gets wacky.
It gets weird just by the way things are being presented. It's like, and again, right now it's election year. This shit's been going on forever. So it's like, to me, it's not like whether or not things exist or not. It's like, why are things being just everything's being hit in this like horrible, man. I do think too. I think the Democrats are really worried they were losing the black vote for a while there, and I think they might have turned up the jam. I think they cranked up the jam in terms of like piping stuff out. That's my theory. It's a possibility, dude. It's a possibility.
It is.
I think they're turning up the jam, dude.
I think. Not that's about it. Yeah. Who's your bet on first corporation to have a Kwanzaa commercial this year? I'm going Lexus.
Lexus is a good choice. I don't know. That's going to seem almost
come down for the Kwanzaa celebration at Lexus.
I was wondering about that because everyone's been kind of like laughing about Kwanzaa pretty much forever.
Yeah, everybody.
even black people are like, Jesus Christ, man.
No, Kwanzaa's about to.
Kwanzaa's gonna pop for sure.
Kwanzaa's popping this year.
It better be white Santa Claus on Kwanzaa, bro. Or I'm gonna be fucking pissed.
True. I don't know if
they don't have Santa Claus. They don't have Santa Claus. I'm kidding.
They have like a fruit wreath.
Cornucopia?
I think.
That's what's up.
Mary, hook us up here.
There's also a Kwanzaa candle. Like, you know how Jewish people have a candle? We have one for Kwanzaa. There's 7 days.
You guys appropriated it?
A little bit, a little appropriation. Yeah.
But no, you guys were the true original chosen people.
Yeah, we're the Asiatic black men. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Please become a black Israelite. Fucking please. You're close. I know you're close. Lemaire's close.
True.
Lemaire, would you say you're close?
I'm pretty close.
Yeah, I feel like black conservatives are just one Ancient Aliens episode away from becoming a black Israelite. That's all it takes.
They
dude.
are.
If you're like, no, look at the FBI crime statistics, and they show you the Anunnaki, and you're like, hold up. Hold on. I think there's more to this.
Listen to that part. How did I get Machu Picchu? Sorry. God damn it, that was a bad voice. I apologize. That was a bad voice. I was doing a bit.
No, dude, you thought that, dude.
I did think it and made fun of it, so therefore I believe in it.
True. You should get real Descartes on everybody and be like, I have two minds. One's my rational mind. The other's of the spirit. Yeah, but we're losing our minds, man. We don't have religion. We don't have really kind of any sort of dedicated thought system, and people are just pouring themselves into like this weird utopia vision that's just eating itself alive, dude. It's whatever. It'll stop.
Yeah.
The dust will settle on this, and people will be like, yeah, that was fucking weird. The same thing, dude. During McCarthyism, same fucking thing. People were like, well, I don't want to even be perceived as a communist, therefore I'll do this. And everyone chilled the fuck out, and it was just like, oh yeah. That's the thing too. It's like, right now it's set up where it's like a binary opposition thing where it's like I'm on this side or that side. There needs to be so Trump keeps trying to claim the silent majority as like for him, and it's like no, dude,
Yeah.
no. But there needs to be a third group of people who'll be like, you guys are both ridiculous. You have to stop this shit. But everyone's so fucking scared to do it because now there's like they can pull
Me and
people's
O'Connor's
jobs.
gotten a fight about that.
What?
We were in the car for a while, and O'Connor's didn't snap on me once during the trip, but then we were driving. It was late last night. Last night. We drove after the Sunday show.
Mm-hmm.
No, that was today's Tuesday.
Yeah.
All right, so Sunday night after the show, we drove as far as we could. And just while we were driving, I said something about the Democrats trying to ruin something.
Yeah.
Just to him.
Sure.
I was like, the Dems are trying to get in the fucking way of this.
Mm-hmm.
And he was just like, you think I fucking... I was like, you're going to vote for Biden, dude. And it just absolute fight for like 2 hours.
What did he think you were accusing him of?
He was like, I'm so sick of this bullshit, like right when I said it. And I was like, oh, I fucking got him. He got fired up.
Called him Party Dem?
I keep calling him Party Dem. And he was calling me basically a coward for saying neither. It's pretty good.
No, that's what
I was like, I don't know. I don't want to give my vote to either of these. They both seem the exact same to me.
That
he was like, they're not the same. Democrats are better. I was like, I don't think. I think they're equal.
Yeah, that's weird too. That whole thing of like, well, if you don't vote for anybody, you're just voting for Trump. It's like, am I?
Mm-mm.
Am I really? It's fine.
No.
I totally reject that, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
And we're in the car, and he's like, well, you love Trump. I'm like, you know I don't.
Yeah.
You know I don't. I literally laughed. Like, he is hilarious.
Well played.
Yeah.
You love Trump.
Yeah, and I was like,
Like, you're going to vote for Biden.
I know one of us are going to vote.
Yeah.
But
yeah, well, you know,
that sparked a riot. That was a long.
You guys are fighting.
Yeah, I like genuinely felt bad for Six.
Really?
He just had to sit in the back and listen to that.
Birthday boy too.
He was the birthday boy, dude.
Dude, that story cracked me the fuck up, man.
Yeah, that's funny.
Of the bees getting heckled.
The bees got heckled.
Fuck, that's so fucking funny.
Yeah.
Someone heckled my wife. Some like telemarketer heckled my wife. They called and they were like, it was this dude called and was like, yes, ma'am. I need. He hit her with some sort of like crazy, almost like asking her like social off the bat. It was like the worst fucking scam in the world. And she was like, "All right, you ready?" And she was like, 0000. And he's like, "Fuck you, bitch." Clearly, like fucking. Yeah. Oh no! You know what? It was no. I actually got that completely wrong. She goes, he's like, "Hi, may I speak to blah, blah, blah?" And she was like, "Who's calling?" And she was like, I want to. What is your name? And she's like, "What's your name?" And he's like, "Fuck you, bitch." Like, clearly, it's a fucking scam.
Oh, that reminds me. There was a professor that got in trouble because there was a. Fuck, I remember. I forget what school it was at, or if it's even real. But I think it's real. There was a, I believe, Vietnamese student whose name was Phuc Bui.
Okay, fair enough.
That was like their first name, or and the professor emailed them and was like, "Do you mind anglicizing that name
out of Fuckboy
from Fuckboy?" And of course he got fucking trounced for that.
Anglicizing's a bad.
Anglicizing. I mean, as a fucking dude, you work at a university and you're gonna fucking email somebody and be like,
"White that up.
Why don't you make that white?"
Yeah.
And then his response was, "I don't want to be like." He's like, "It would be embarrassing for you and for me to have to do roll call." It was like, dude, just take the L on the fucking roll call.
Yeah. Or just email the dude. Be like, "Bro, how the fuck?" Or you can really Google that name. Any name I don't know, I just Google how to pronounce it and it pops right up.
I think it's Phuc Bui.
Phuc Bui?
You're fine. Just say it.
I was gonna
All you gotta do is go, "Quit laughing."
Not
laughing.
I would.
Who's laughing?
When I was working in the charter school last year, for my last field placement, there was names I just didn't know how to pronounce. It never came into my like universe of names. So I would just fire at the hip and be like, I would try them out.
Oh, you were taking shots.
I would just take shots. I would Google how to pronounce, and then if Google there wasn't a consensus, I'd be like, fuck it, I'm gonna go. And then you'd have teachers who would be like, who would call me off on like say it was like, you know, I'm trying to think of definitely a name I didn't use. Say it was like Deshaun, and it's like Deshaun. It's like they would like call, and I'm like, all right, thanks for that. But they would come at me like mad, and I'm like, bro, how the fuck? I'm guessing. I'm fucking totally guessing here. I'm in the dark. I can't. I don't know. I don't know how to say this, and they'd be like, "Fuck you, dude." And it's like, Bro, I'm taking a shot, dude.
Yeah, that's weird. I like when I was in Spain, they not one person there could say Shane.
No.
I was never like.
Yeah, exactly. I know.
Yeah.
Well, people constantly fuck up my last name too, like McCluster. I'm not like, excuse me.
The name of the kid was Phuc Bui DM Win, and the professor asked them to anglicize it because it sounds like an insult.
Yeah, he
Damn.
fucked up.
How old is this guy? Yeah, I don't even know.
No, we don't even need.
He was probably a geese.
It sounds like a definite.
I mean,
geese.
between cancel culture and COVID, the geezers are hitting a
Geezers.
fiery apocalypse, dude.
Yeah.
Between being like, hold up, what? I can't say, huh? And they're like, what the fuck? It's
Yeah,
bullshit.
you see D.L. Hewlett?
No, what?
He fainted doing stand up. He like passed out, and then first off, Lemaire, you saw it.
I heard the story.
Oh, you didn't see the clip, dude? They literally rush him out. Like 3 dudes come up and pull him off stage. Like it literally looked like a presidential assassination. Like he like fainted, and like 3 dudes came up and like bullied him, pulled him off stage. It turns out he had COVID.
Oh, for real?
Yeah,
What?
yeah.
You can faint from COVID?
I'm sure he just probably just fainted, but then they checked him out.
Yeah, COVID.
Yeah,
Damn, that sucks.
yeah. And all these dude, you just got to see the footage of him getting yanked off. It's pretty great.
They like went Secret Service on him.
Yeah, it was great. I was like, what did they do? Like, just let him lay.
Yeah, are you supposed to give them?
Pulled him off.
Are you supposed to give them air?
Yes, but it was funny too because anytime a comedian like fucks it, like does that on stage,
Yeah,
everybody laughs at first.
true.
So he like started to faint, and people were like, ha, ha, ha. And then he's like, and then he got pulled off stage, and then they were like, he had COVID. Everybody that was at this show is dead.
Oh
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, it was pretty sick.
Yeah, man. I mean, dude, Philadelphia goes green, meaning like it's a go on July 11th.
Damn.
So it's gonna be so fucking nuts, man. I can't wait to enjoy it. I'm gonna like go to yoga class. There's gonna be like 4 people there. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm
I'm really looking forward to getting some of these deals.
There's gonna be some deals.
There's gonna be some good deals.
I'm going to Williams Grove this weekend. Speedway. It's open.
It's gonna be bumping, dude.
Friday night. It's gonna be fucking blood in the mud.
You think so?
I'm 2 for 2 on the last 2.
You've seen death
I've
twice.
seen death twice at the Grove.
True.
Will the third time will it come from me? You want to talk about a major L for my haters? If I die of getting crushed by a sprint car,
Oh, dude.
and then there definitely would be footage. I'd be standing there like, drinking, and like
Oh,
a car lands on
the
me.
takes would be.
Yeah.
Oh, they might. Oh my god.
No, I've thought about it. There's definitely ways that if I die, I'm fucked.
You need to have like a bodyguard.
COVID is.
You need to have people there
COVID's
to
up
prevent you
there
from
for
dying
worst.
at the
Yeah.
speed.
Beezer's gonna have to take a sprint car for me.
True.
I'm like, no. Him yelling after. If I died, Beezer would be like, no, they got fucking Shane dead. Yeah, it was one damn
Dude, did you
lie, I don't fuck.
did you hear about Kim Jong Un blowing or attacking like a South Korea communication?
Yeah,
headquarters?
I heard about that.
You know what that was about?
No.
They were sending in balloons. They were sending unflattering messages about the fucking supreme leader. Imagine that, dude.
They were using up
Yeah,
technique. They were just sending over messages on balloons.
In
They would
balloons.
pop.
yeah. They were doing like engagement party. Like
That's fucked
they're
up.
doing like gender reveal tactics on him.
They were all pink.
Yeah.
It's like,
they did it, and that's why he bombed them, being like they're fucking disgusting pigs, and that's why they're interfering with like the supreme leader, and that's what they get. Which is kind of funny too, to be like trying to handle the in and outs of like just running a dictatorship and be like, what are they doing? God fucking, will this
Yeah.
shit ever fucking stop? Can I not just be supreme
yeah,
leader,
just let me
please?
be fucking chill. Blow them up.
Yeah, dude, blew it up.
Find out where they sent those.
They're sending
balloons from.
pamphlets. They were sending
Yeah.
balloons with pamphlets to be like, you know, that guy's not the supreme leader, and people
Yeah.
are like, I'm confused now. Like, yeah, check
It'd
this
be a
out.
bummer to get
Also-
that pamphlet. You're over there. You just ate your third kid.
It's,
Yeah,
well,
fucking,
it's that. It's like propaganda against Kim Jong Un not being the supreme leader, and then it's like also check out Anaconda 2 on Blu-ray, and you're like, say what the fuck is this?
That is truthfully it's like the Soviet Union when we hit them with Little Rock and Roll.
Yeah.
They need to see Anaconda.
Deep Blue Sea, and they're like, whoa. whoa, this shit was
Deep
fucking
Blue Sea
sick.
fucking rules.
Is that LL Cool J Axe?
Is that rap? Is that Rappaport? What up, boy? Deep
Damn,
Blue Sea
dude.
ruled.
I live behind this fucking wall of oppression. I didn't know that LL Cool J Axe.
If we could send to North Korea, that would be an
Send the
uprising.
cast in North Korea. I don't know.
True.
I respect what Kim Jong's doing over there. I'm like
Him
Dennis
and-
Rodman. I
him
don't want
and
to
Trump
disturb. I don't
chilling.
want to get it. I don't want to be a cultural imperialist and be like, hey man, that's just what he does.
True.
I don't want to try to like instill fucking enlightenment values over there like a fucking white supremacist. It's like, dude, do you? What? What's that? What's wrong with that? That's that right. I was in school. I would be like, well, here's what I don't understand. Like logically, this doesn't make sense. And
Yeah.
they're like, logic's a tool of white oppression. It goes back to enlightenment values, and it'd be like,
No.
dude, I swear to God, they'll argue. This is like people don't understand. Like when everyone laughed at Peterson was like, that's the discourse they're having in school.
Yeah.
You pay thousands of dollars to send your kid to go get educated so they can come home and be like, well, I learned that logic's just a tool of white oppression, so I'm not really supposed to like think logically on things. I'm supposed to just like honor people's emotions and be like, yeah, you're probably right. It's like, what the fuck? I'm telling you, man.
It's like, who told you that? Oh, my white professor.
Yeah, oh yeah, of course. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, it's like
Also, isn't that a little fucking racist?
what?
Be like, well, logic was invented by white people, so can't do it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, we obviously invented logic.
Yeah, be like, well, that's dude. Exactly. It's insane. And you're like, wait a second, that's kind of weird. Like, no, you said that, and you're like, no, I didn't. I didn't say that. Telling you, man,
baby.
it's shaping now. Again, it could be argued that what's driving a lot of human desire is this idea of like quote unquote making it showbiz, blowing up. That's now tied to, I would say, what's devolved into a kind of toxic ideology. So people's innate human drives is being filtered through this weird new religion, and dude, it's going to fall apart. It's going to 100% fall apart.
Yeah, I was talking about it a little bit on stage, but I was talking about how it was about Harvey, not D'Elia. But I was like, people are like, I can't believe he used power to get pussy.
Yeah,
It's like, really? What do you guys think the point of power is?
yeah. No, that's it.
What do you think people are doing?
Yeah, that's the essential point. And then it's like, dude, and nobody wants to talk about this again. I'll say it again. If any of my boys is a pedophile, I'm gonna fucking come kill
on
you
site.
myself. I'm
It's on
not.
site.
I don't fuck with that. I don't like that stuff.
It's absolutely on
But
site.
when the conversation moves towards like, I'm trying to think of my boys. I would kill all my boys if they were doing any kind of pedophilic stuff. But to be like, oh yeah, like the other ones that are coming out where they're like, do you see the shit coming out where they're trying to say like, oh, this guy's cheating on his wife and they're doing that and they're doing this. It's like, I thought we're rolling up fucking pedophiles, dude. Now we're like,
yeah,
rolling
we're just
up,
like, wait,
rolling up
this guy's-
adulterers.
Yeah, adulterers.
Yeah, we're like,
Like, wait, he fucked all these chicks and didn't want to date them?
yeah.
Get rid of them.
Again, so it's like we've come full circle. We've been like, fuck religion, God's dead. We're doing it, and then all of a sudden it's like, and
He
thou
betrayed the sanctity of marriage.
yeah, dude.
Cancel him.
Yeah, it's insane.
Who knows, bro?
Yeah,
How
yeah,
are you doing? What's going on with
thriving, bro.
you? Yeah,
thriving.
what's up? What have you been
Every
up to?
day. I'll give you my day to day. This
Yeah.
is the other thing too. There's a whole. This kind of dovetails into my like whole idea of personal cognitive fusion, where it's like your thoughts that just come through your head are just your thoughts. They don't define you. And then it's like, but then we have this thing that's the media, where it's like these are just stories and things that are happening. Obviously, they have real life implications, obviously, but it's like you also can totally push away from like media narrative and this whole idea and just focus on just killing it yourself.
Yeah.
That's all I've been doing, man. I just been like doing the stuff I should be doing. Everything's been awesome. Everything's been going good. But as soon as I like try to touch this fucking like spiked barb that is like the discourse around like entertainment and politics, I instantly just walk away from it like I got stung by a bee. My blood kind of runs cold, and I'm like, oh God, what is that? It's horrible.
It
Meanwhile,
is.
you can totally live a perfectly fine, fulfilled life and totally ignore all this shit.
Yeah.
So that's all I've been doing. I wake up every day. I play with my daughter. It's the most I've been having. I tweeted last night. 2020 is kind of sick, actually.
Yeah, I saw that. It's good. I love that your podcast has my name in it. Your
I'm starting,
Twitter has
I'm
my
starting
name
my
in
own
it.
Twitter. I'm starting my own Twitter.
Every time you tweet something, I'm like, yeah,
Well,
all right.
what's-
I guess I'm co-signing.
What's funny?
I did though. That was funny.
What's funny too is like people were like, "Chill, you can't say that." And one guy was like, "Well, he just had a daughter. Like, that's a pretty
Yeah.
momentous thing." So it's like any belief now is being filtered through current events, where it's like 2020 is actually pretty good. It's like
What are you, racist?
You were fucking right. You loved it, and it's
Yeah.
like, no, I had a daughter. It's it's a pretty special.
What, you love the cops?
Yeah, man. I'm telling you, it's and I think O'Connor's wrong on that. It's the thing that needs to happen where it's like, all right, we get all this, but let's try to take some of the emotionality. You have to take the emotionality out of this.
O'Connor's
It'd be like, imagine if a surgeon
wrong about what?
of saying like you have to pick either side. It's like, no, it's bullshit. It's designed literally to keep people apart and kind of people.
Yeah, his
keep
is
people
the
hating each
lesser
other.
of two evils argument.
Bullshit. We've gone from feudalism to capitalism. You can do another major shift. It just no one's sick enough to think about it. But you can even stay within capitalism and rearrange the political framework where you can be like, all right, like let's have a third party that people just stop being like, oh, what's the point? Or like, yeah, we'll just, whatever. I don't know. I'm out of my depth on that.
For sure.
But yeah, man, you can totally cut off from all this stuff and kind of live. My point, I got lost thinking of all that stuff. But
How are you doing? What's going on?
chilling, man, dude. Absolutely chilling, dude.
I got to meet your kid.
You
That
saw
was
Maya.
great. It was beautiful.
Yeah.
Sweet.
That's the whole point of it too, dude. I'm serving life right now. It's like anything that's involving like human beings and actually helping them versus being like, remember that guy who did that thing in 1984? Also retweet my thing. It's like, dude, get the fuck out of here. I think Hollywood's gonna implode with all this shit. Because the idea of being an entertainer, you don't need to be greenlit really by it. You don't. It's less and less you need to be greenlit by people. I think it's going to be just a flash in the pan thing where like it's going to be like people are like media rights. Where you kind of like, oh shit, there was that guy from the weird funny dance. And then you do like a show. Like, it was kind of cool. And people just keep getting milled out. But I don't know, man. I don't know.
Yeah. I was happy. Stand up was sick. Doing
Yeah.
stand up was nice.
Mhm.
That was fun. I mean, it's weird when it's all spread out. That was awkward,
Yeah.
but it was good.
Yeah. What was that like of doing?
It was fun. So on Wednesday we went out and did a show with Jay,
Mhm.
and it was like that was fun. That was the first time I was up there, and there was literally like a moment where I was like, "Oh shit, this is cool."
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like this is fucking sick that I get to do this, and
Mhm.
like there's time I was like, I can't believe I'm doing this. 'Cause,
Yeah.
I haven't done it in so long. I was like, this is weird to do. This is a weird profession.
How do they do the masks and do they take the mask off and drink and put it back on?
No,
or,
nobody was wearing masks.
So they're done with
Yeah.
that.
They had a fucking thermometer at the door.
Gotcha.
Everybody came in.
Yeah,
Spread it out.
That's what they said too. They're
Every
saying
other table.
people who are asymptomatic typically don't spread it because you have to cough or sneeze to spread to put stuff
Yeah.
in the air. You have to usually be like, ugh.
I read that, and then that was an argument in the car as well,
What?
whether that's true. And I was like, I don't think we know anything about COVID. I was like, I think in the first week, because I was looking up Notre Dame.
Yeah.
And they are testing, and anybody that tested for it has to quarantine for 2 weeks, and then they're gonna have practice. But I was like, wait, is the 2 weeks thing real? I remember that was day one shit.
Yeah.
That was like in the first week of this disease. They were like 2 weeks is the incubation period.
Yeah. Well, there's
It's like, wait, do we know?
like
what do we
the
know?
virus cuts off at like it's like, all right, wait for it, midnight, we're done.
Yeah, get out of
Yeah,
here.
that's the they don't know, man. There's people who like walk around me who like will keep a mask around their chin, and then like when they walk by me, they'll put it up real quick, and I'm like, dude, it's not how it works. Like it's been according to who you listen to, it's been spreading as you breathed or talked.
Yeah. And now, I mean, if it is, spiking in these states, and I'm doing stand up, there is a decent chance I get it. But
You also might not get it. That's the other thing. You might might be immune to it. There's no one has any idea who's immune to it and who's not.
Yeah.
And then it's like that. This is where the new stuff loses me when it's like they're like, dude, stay inside. Louisiana man goes to a barbecue and infects 8,000 people, and then they have like thousands of people in the streets demonstrating, and they're like, the epidemiologists are like, right on.
yeah.
It's like, dude, you're an epidemiologist. It's like, let them
Yeah,
do that,
just do
and then
that.
also be like, oh, by the way, news about the virus. Not be like, oh, it's weird, the virus stopped. Oh shit, it's back, and it's
Oh,
like,
no, it's back.
get the fuck out of my face with that shit, man.
It's all still gay. Everything's
It's not though, dude. As soon as if you just completely just are like, all right, fuck this shit. What do I need to do in my life? You can
of
stop
course.
watching the
Of
news.
course,
For
I'm
weeks
saying
and
all
weeks and
that
weeks.
is gay.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
You talking? You got to be careful because Rogan almost got canceled for saying masks are for bitches.
No. Yeah, they tried to get St. Rogies.
Yeah.
They couldn't. How dare they?
Well, it's weird. Like, I'd be curious to see if someone studies what makes them actually stick versus what doesn't. Because they've been trying to get Rogies for a while.
Power
Yeah.
and if you're a white guy or not.
Yeah. True.
That's usually it.
You ran the meta-analysis.
Yeah, it was pretty easy.
True.
That's the only way you get canceled.
Hart. They took Hart's Oscar. Was it the Oscars they took from
Yeah,
Kevin
but
Hart?
he's in Jumanji 8.
Yeah, they put him up in there. True.
he's
He's
fine. Or if it's sexual, then you get it. Then you get the axe.
True.
But it has kind of only been white guys that got that.
The sexual one.
Kells.
Kells got.
Kells, barely. And that was like a decade of it.
Bill Cosby's the only person in jail.
True. Harvey.
He's not in jail. He got like sentenced, but he's not in like jail yet. He's not in jail.
He's on harsh house arrest.
Bill Cosby's the only one that was in jail?
Yeah, and maybe R. Kelly too, actually.
Well, I think he's the only one that committed a crime of the people we're talking about.
Who? Cos?
Yeah.
Didn't Harvey go to jail? Didn't he get found guilty
Harvey
of rape?
is going to go to jail if he's not already.
True.
I thought he was in jail and people were saying he got COVID in jail.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, Lemaire. You fuck.
Hey.
So I need to know how long. I think he went
Tied.
to jail.
We're tied. Even. Louis can't go to jail. He didn't commit a crime.
Yeah. Michael Jackson's dead.
Michael
R.I.P.
Jackson's dead.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. to the king.
Yeah. I think you might be right, though.
It's funny now we gotta like stop with the pedophile jokes. Like I gotta chill on that.
King of pop.
King of pop. King of pop. Nothing
Yeah.
else.
I just it's just weird. It's weird what it's
Dan, that was a theory that was bouncing around in your head for a while. You were like, "Dan, they only arrest black dudes that get canceled."
Yeah, for a long time.
You're so
Is
close.
it true?
It was true until like this year. Or
Well,
last
who
year.
else would have gone to jail? Who else should have gone to jail of the honkies that got canceled?
Matt Lauer, because he like trapped her. He had like a lock in his desk to like
He hit
trap
her with
them.
the mousetrap.
Yeah.
That fucking thing dropped down. Yeah, did he?
Yeah.
Did he?
He also apparently was like, "Show me your tits," and she was like, "Okay," and did according to the thing that I read. Show me your tits, and she was
But
like,
I do think he might have had a little trap. Fucking
"Well, apparently that's." And again, this is all
security measures.
This
I
is
heard that.
it's all circumstance. Apparently that I was like, "What a fucking freak!" He had that installed, but apparently all the doors have that. So it's like, and then think about it this way. Again, I'm not defending Matt Lauer. I'm telling people to exercise their critical thinking skills. So you're getting fed this thing from the news. You're going, "Oh, yeah, that's exactly what happened." The guy's probably a piece of shit. But it's like you're about to tell a chick to show her your tits. Lock the fucking door. You're not gonna be like, "I'll play this one fast."
No, leave it open.
Yeah.
you
know-
you want this close? No, keep it open.
And it's like, what was the rapport before that? Were they fucking around?
Were they giving each other sex toys for
And-
Christmas?
Well, that's the other thing too. Nobody talks about the legion of women
Oh,
who
boy.
send naked pictures of themselves to these people continuously all day, every day. That's, it's like if that was the other way around, that would be like if women were getting as many dick pics as
Yeah,
maybe they are actually, but it's like
I think they are.
famous women. You think famous women are getting tons of dick pics?
I don't know.
Maybe I don't know. I can't speak for dick pics. I don't get it at any. I don't get
Yeah,
any
I think
really.
guys that are famous guys get more nudes than just regular girls get
Get dick pics. Yes, that's what I'm saying. So
Yes.
it's like no one wants to talk about that. No one wants to take the total picture where it's like, and it isn't like, are you blaming women? No, it's like, but if you're a dude, you're rolling around and you're just every day, you're just getting these pictures, unsolicited pictures of naked women. That's going to distort your thinking process. Then you're in the office and you're like, I think I could fuck anybody really. And
Yeah.
again, the guy, it could distort your thing in a way that makes you act like a piece of shit or, however you want to put it.
Sure.
Like, like Matt Lauer, like, show me your tits or you're fired and like locking Inspector
Yeah,
Gadget
and I think we
doors.
also were fuck Matt Lauer. I don't care at all.
No.
Um,
But again, this is the problem. This is exactly what I'm saying. You can't even start to try to like, what about this? And they're like, fuck you, dude. Blah, blah. And then
Yeah.
someone's like, that's what they said. And then they misinterpret what you're saying.
you see, they tried to get the Beebs
With what?
sexual assault.
No.
Yeah, since the last episode, Bieber he got brought down, but Bieber had the receipts.
What happened?
He had the receipts from the other hotel he stayed at that night. It was just like, psh, shut the fuck up.
Hold on. What happened?
Girl accused him of sexual assault, and then he posted pictures of the receipts of the hotel that he actually stayed at. I think she said it was in this other place.
But couldn't he have been there? Been like,
I don't
it's
know.
Bieber.
It
He
was
can have like 5 hotel rooms at once.
I don't know. I don't know exactly.
I'm not
what
saying
happened.
Bieber did that. So
I
that's
think-
all. So basically,
exactly. You just post a picture of a receipt, and you're like,
if you have receipts, you can be like, actually, check that out.
Yeah. But it was funny because if that is true, if Bieber's just totally like, yeah, this is where I was. Everybody was with me.
Yeah.
All that.
Sure, that's a
Then it's
bigger-
like, what happens to the girl who did that?
Yeah, no,
Who just falsely-
nothing.
Yeah.
It's like, and there's no like,
Me and O'Connor was talking about. We were driving here, and it's like the mob literally is just like, get him, and it's like turns out she was lying. All right, who's next? Piece of shit. Fuck it.
yeah,
It's like
you'd
there's
think
no
they'd
like,
turn on that person who's watering down the seriousness of their.
yeah, turn that and being like, well, maybe we just tried to kill that guy.
Yeah.
There's no like self-reflection at all of being like, well, that was a false accusation, and with the one false accusation, we were like, fuck him. I never liked him. Kill him.
Yeah.
Now, it sucks we even have to do this, but it's like we're not defending anybody.
Yeah.
We're not like, but
That's kind of the condom you have to put on everything
you
nowadays.
have to. And yeah, when I was making fun of using power to get pussy, not for minors.
Yeah.
I feel like that would go without saying.
For sure, obviously. Well, dude, riddle me this. So there's like, and this was I was reading an article the other day about there's this guy, and he's a psychologist, and he was talking about how it's kind of weird to try to, for the left especially, to try to like get Rogan out of there since he's like, bringing on like Bernie Sanders and endorsing left political candidates. But he was basically saying like all this shit does is water down racial accusations. So it's like you have guys going after like, say Bieber. Bieber had N-word tape. Excuse me, RP. Bieber did have N-word tape.
Bieber had a rough N-word
Yeah,
tape. Dude, he was like singing like a hate song that.
Yeah, he
Like
was
an ancient Southern hate song.
He was.
It's like, where the fuck did that come from?
He somehow, like, good point. He had a
He
pretty big
dodged that one. He
financial
had the receipts
apparatus
for that.
behind
Yeah,
him.
true,
They were like,
true.
squash that. But so it's like, why it seems to be like all of the.
This was crazy. I remember seeing it.
forgot
like,
about
holy fuck. dude.
He had that one fly under the radar
Yeah.
kind of. But it's like all of for me, the stuff that I've seen of like the most concentrated hatred tends to be for like racial or like perceived human error slights seems to be at people in showbiz, where it's like there was just did you read about the fucking army guy who like sold out his entire troop to like a band of neo-Nazis and tried to get his own troop killed? Because he was like,
Yeah, I just saw
he was
that.
like a neo-Nazi that also loved ISIS or some shit. It was bizarre.
Nice.
But you'll get his whole point was like
He was
you're,
like a chef in St. Louis.
you're having people trying to call.
You're like, what the fuck is this guy talking
Yeah.
about? Wait.
We have people who are like, you guys are so busy trying to like convince people Joe Rogan is at the core of racist human being. When it's
Yeah.
like there's like, they use an example of some guy who's in Congress who like did something that was like fundamentally horrific and like
Yes.
rotten-heartedly racist. And then when that comes time to like get that guy, all these people can be like, they fucking say this shit about everybody, and it's actually counterproductive.
Yeah.
But it's also like, why is all this hate? Like that shit will happen. It's like, all right, some weird guy, and they're like, that was weird. But if it's an entertainer, that's when it's like, it's because there's like, I should be that. There's this weird, disgusting human aspect of it where it's like, I should be there, not
Yeah,
him.
yeah,
And it's
yeah.
like when a military guy sells out his entire platoon to like neo-Nazis through fucking like an encrypted app, which I don't know how they got through that encrypted app. I'm kind of curious about that. But when they sell them out and everyone's just kind of like, oh, that's weird. It's like, shouldn't you be most mad at the actual, like
Yeah.
the neo-Nazi who came out and publicly was like, yes, I know what I was doing. I hope they fucking die. Fuck you guys. Hail Hitler. And they were like, and then like,
Clip that.
Go
Go ahead and clip that. I'm going to take 90% of the page this month, and we'll work from there.
But it's like, why are people
It's
so
crazy
mad?
how easily you'd be like, all right, clip that.
Oh yeah, for sure. Well, this is what people, again, this is calling for a lot. This is what I've been stumbling over the whole time. But it's like, if you're secure in yourself and you're like, dude, I know who I am as a person. I know what I want out of life. I'm happy with life as it is, whether I get more stuff or less stuff. You're immune to all this shit because you're just like, yeah, whatever, do whatever the fuck you guys want. But again, if it's like, if you're striving for more, everything can just be taken. That's terrifying, man. There's nothing wrong with
there's
wanting
something
more.
I want to do a special.
Yeah,
So I am worried about shit.
sure. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just, it sucks.
And even if you're secure as a person, there is a thing where an accusation can just be brought up. Like we just saw it with that dude that I'm friends with.
Yeah.
It's like his crime was just like, oh, he fucked too much.
Yeah. Yeah, and like it's
Now,
just,
don't get, again, fuck it. Whatever. I'm not getting into it. There were people that were like, whether or not this is true, he's a piece of shit. And it's like, you're just gonna tweet that?
Okay.
And then there's like a mob that's like, yeah, fuck them.
Yeah, and it's like
It's fucked up.
For entertainers now, they've entered into this like moral NASDAQ where it's like, you're a womanizer, and then it's like your ticket sales dip a little bit and they pop back up. If you're like Black Lives Matter, like fuck yeah, dude, your fucking stock flies back up, and it's like it's just fucking bizarre. To me, it's bizarre.
It is.
There's people are being encouraged to kind of connect with false selves, basically, of like scared personalities and like build. It's just fucking weird, dude. It's weird to me. They sold OG, but what do I know? What do I fucking know? I don't see it ending well at all.
Ending well?
Mm.
What do you mean?
I mean,
I think it'll just end.
No, because
it'll go out quiet. I bet it'll be quiet. It'll just slowly will be like, we haven't canceled someone in a while.
Yeah, it'll keep popping up, man.
I think it'll be a long time. Like I remember when people were like, when COVID happens, this whole thing, and I was like, I think it'll just get worse.
Well, dude, think about the
cancel culture.
Think about since we started versus now.
Yeah,
it's like completely the shit that we thought we were dealing with in the Philadelphia comedy scene has transformed national politics, global politics. So it's like I used to think that too.
It all started there, dude. That's Wuhan. Good was munching bats. Good had a couple bats. Now,
yeah. Also, it was so sick. We took in a refugee from Good Lemaire if they fired him.
I actually was the mastermind behind Lemaire getting fired. I was the master. Lemaire got banned from the comedy club because this comedy club found out that I had a show on Compound, and
clip that.
They put out. And then they put out a statement that was like, anybody that works there or even goes on a show as a guest is banned.
Yeah.
Wasn't that exactly what they said?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
They put out a Facebook.
That was the ultimatum.
Facebook post.
Yeah.
So that day I had 2 black guests and a female guest.
Sure.
And took a picture with them and put it on Instagram.
Lemaire, how's that feel?
It's okay. I'm fine.
Well, first off, Lemaire was
no. I know.
Lemaire was a regular on the show.
I know.
But it was fun to immediately get like a female and 2 black dudes and be like,
it's hilarious, dude.
You guys have to cancel them. You guys have to cancel them now.
I mean, dude, it's a brilliant stroke of fucking strategy.
Yeah, anytime there was so many leaks in those groups, and you'd find out one of them was talking shit on like digital graffiti, I would immediately book them. Be like, do you want to be on the panel? They'd be like, yes.
Oh yeah, man.
Like, you fucking losers.
Yeah,
you little weasels. Yeah.
Yeah, man. I mean, dude, we're in the midst of like historically of like hysteria right now. Like they'll look back when people
people want to talk about hysteria.
Yeah.
Dude. I told you about that video. This I don't want to assume his sexuality, but he talks away.
Sure.
His sexuality has nothing to do with this. I apologize. This gay black dude followed this lady home. This white lady, I guess, cut him off and gave him the finger.
Yeah.
So he followed her back to. He accused her of following him at first, and then I guess he followed her back to her house. Got out of the car, started filming her, calling her a Karen.
Yeah.
And she exploded. She was like, it was literally like he was holding a gun to her and was like, I'm going to kill you. He was holding a phone and be like, look at this fucking Karen. You think you can just treat me like this? And she was like, like full, like covering her face, like screaming, like, you're trying to kill me.
You're going Karen viral.
And then he was like, here's her license plate, everybody. And she like dove to cover it. It was like, no. And it was like, you were literally trying to kill this lady, though, for flicking you off. He tossed in, she called me the N-word once. And then he backed off that. I think he was lying about that because he really was focusing on, you think you can just flip people off?
Yeah.
Versus the one, he was like, she called me the N-word. Anyway,
so
that didn't catch.
He tossed that in the video?
He did toss that real quick, but the majority of the video, he's screaming that she flicked him off.
Yeah, that would be the first order of business.
That would be number one if you were trying to carry somebody.
But you flipped me off, and not to mention, trucked in the N-word at me.
Which I think they were in different cars, and if she cut him off, that'd be tough to.
He might also have assumed.
Unless she Mario Karted the N-word out. Like it was a fucking banana. I don't know how he got hit by it. But that's just
I think he saw it coming. It was like an upside down question mark box. Like, bitch.
Yeah, but it was like, and
It's so funny.
it was just like, yeah, dude, you can't threaten somebody with literally destroying their life.
She laid down like a fake Foot Locker that he drove into. I was like, motherfucker. I stand by it. Dude.
I stand by it.
Oh, man.
That's really funny.
Pretty funny.
Well, yeah, I got it. It took me a second. The question mark.
Yeah, the
box.
upside question mark. Like,
It's
oh,
actually
sweet.
just-
Oh, fuck.
It's
God
like
damn
a
it.
Wile E. Coyote footlocker. It's actually a brick wall.
The thing sponged. Like, yes, fake Foot Locker.
Yeah. That's good stuff. Fuck it,
Sorry.
dude. This is a
That's
tough
pretty
episode. It's good to hit something funny.
Oh, man.
Yeah, but it's like the hysterics of the lady. First off, I think she was in like a Geo Metro. So she wasn't killing it, dude.
That could be an N-word mobile, dude. Did it smell like cigarettes?
I'm not denying that she said it,
Yeah.
especially if she was like cutting somebody off
Especially
and giving the middle finger. Especially that. But I don't think he caught it. He was all right. I
You
take
think
it
he
back. Now
assumed-
that you mention it, you are right.
Yeah.
He was correct to be like, she called me the N-word.
Yeah, I would do it. I mean, right now, no one wants to talk about. There's a white ladies and gay black dudes are at battle right now. There was a gay black dude with the dog. That was the thing that happened.
True.
There's this guy. I mean, they're enemies, bro. Gay black dudes and white ladies.
Well,
and like white trash ladies. Dude.
right, and also mainly because white ladies really appropriated the fuck out of gay black dudes culture the last couple years.
Big time.
You know,
Yeah.
starting with like Madonna and Vogue.
What was that?
Bro, I studied homosexuality in college.
For real?
Yeah.
What was the class called?
Homosexuality in America.
Swag.
Fuck my haters, dude. You guys had no idea how well versed I was on this shit.
So what happened? Break it down, dude.
Well, voguing, I think it was popularized in New York City.
Mm-hmm.
That's where you fucking strike the pose. It was just gay drag shows.
Hmm.
And then Madonna comes out with a Vogue. It's like this straight white lady wants to jump in on this fucking cool ass shit we're doing.
Of just like being hot, like real quick.
Yeah, Vogue. She came out with a song called Vogue.
Yeah.
And it's just been since then. There's been a ton of that. Also,
True.
Abe Lincoln was gay.
True.
That's what I learned.
That's
Those
what they
are the
told
two
you in class?
takeaways. Yeah.
Madonna's a
Madonna's an
appropriator.
appropriator. Abe Lincoln was gay. The professor's son was gay and had AIDS.
Really?
Yeah, and
Was the
scared
professor
me
gay?
into thinking I had AIDS. No. It was pretty cool.
How'd you know the
was
professor
cool.
wasn't gay?
He talked about it.
He's like, for the
He's like,
record,
"Yo."
I'm teaching this class, but I'm not gay.
Yeah, he was like, number one, I love getting pussy. Dap me up.
He's like, yo, they paid me an extra like $50 to teach this.
But yeah. He's like, I'm just doing this for the money, dude. Fuck all this. I don't like
Did he ever at any point in the class be like, no homo?
He's like, now you see some of these moves are actually pretty cool. I'm fucking no homo. That's a good move right there. Yeah, we
That's such
watched.
a
I remember
funny class.
watching we watched drag dance offs.
Mm-hmm.
That was like a class. I had to sit there and be like, it's just gay black dudes.
Voguing?
Yes, honey, bitch, like all that,
Oh,
all of that. It's basically fucking what's it called? That show, Broad City. It's just like a Jewish chick and a white chick. They're like, bitch, fuck you.
Yeah. True.
It's like, all right, so you just stole gay black culture.
Yeah.
And then, look,
Which kind of rules?
I'm all right with appropriating. As you can tell by the clap while I talked. That's, I think, how everybody works as humans. But when you appropriate that hard and claim to be the liberal righteousness, that's when it's fucking fake and it's annoying.
Yeah.
Know what I mean?
Dude, again, this battle of like, I'm morally flawless and I'm going to hold up your stuff while not doing mine. It has to be screen by screen. If you're going to call someone, you have to be also, here's my fucking internet records. Here's all my tweets. Go ahead. You should not be
True.
able to do that without having someone. And people do a full investigation.
Man, that kid that was talking shit on me, he deleted his Twitter. It's great.
Really?
He was a comic that talked. He
got
he was a
crushed.
guy I kind of knew, and he just wouldn't fucking like. I'd see it pretty often. Like he was always like, piece of shit. He's a fucking dumb redneck, fucking idiot, racist. Like pretty
Whoa.
often. And then he came at the lady from NBC for her thing,
Yeah.
and immediately people went through his shit. We're
Yeah.
like, what the fuck was this?
Well, there was
I posted a couple. I was pretty
mean,
excited.
hilarious.
He had one tweet that was something turned him on when he was like, it's weird that it turns me on when Asian girls say the N-word. Wild. And then his pinned tweet was Bruce Lee and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar, and he was like, Asians and Black Power forever. It's like, bro.
Yeah.
I thought that turned you on a little.
Yeah, man.
Anyway.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be so fun. I mean,
And I get it. Look, he was joking when he said all the fucked up things. So I'm not like, if he wasn't constantly talking shit on me, I would never, ever be like, ooh. But it was funny to see him.
It's hit the point where I've honestly started to. Maybe I'm just something of a psychological pervert.
Yeah.
But I've been starting to kind of enjoy like the spectacle now. That is like Jimmy Kimmel's going down. We're taking Rogan down.
Everybody enjoys it. That's why it's so popular. Everybody, as soon as it gets on, it's like, oh shit! You see, they're getting this guy. What did he do? Oh fuck! Everybody enjoys it.
Yeah.
It's a fucking public shaming. Everybody likes it.
No, I don't like it. It's just
you enjoy the
and
it takes me a second every single time.
Yeah.
To be like, all right, fuck, I gotta stop. This is fucked up. Like you see somebody getting destroyed, and it's like, holy shit, he did blackface. Oh, all right, I will say that when certain things are funny for reasons dudes are getting canceled, like something that's like kind of silly, it is funny.
Dude, the
to be
guy,
like, dude, if you did blackface in 1980 and you're getting canceled in 2020, it's like, it's funny.
Yeah, man.
Stern Man got it pretty hard. Did we talk about that last week?
He came down on him.
Howard Stern?
What did he hit him with?
First off, obviously.
Yeah.
First off, obviously, every single thing. I remember being like talking to me, be like, wasn't he just on NBC?
Yeah. Well, you can do those shows. That's the thing. Nobody cares.
Yeah, but
if you're doing like The Voice, they're like, let him live.
I was still surprised Howard Stern got as far as he did. I mean, obviously he's incredibly talented and one of the best at radio ever, but by today's standards, I was surprised. And what was funny is there's a clip of him on The View.
Yeah.
Being like, they were asking about having Daniel Carver on.
Yeah.
The dude who was like literally a Klansman that would come on and be like, wake up, white people, which was funny.
Yeah.
They were putting him on to be like, look at this fucking idiot.
Yeah.
They would put him on with like Trick Daddy. And Trick Daddy would be like, I'll beat your white ass, boy. Like, he would be like, I don't give a fuck. He just had gold teeth and glasses, just sitting there like not paying attention. Daniel Carver would say something. He'd be like, shut your bitch ass up. It's fucking hilarious. But in this clip on The View, Howard Stern's like, I've never said the N-word. Like, he was like, they said it. I never did it. It's just the worst. It's the worst clip of anybody's. It's him. First off, he's dragging down old Ted Danson. Ted did blackface. So Howard Stern was doing a character of Ted. He was pretending to be Ted Danson. So he went full blackface.
But it's imaginary, or he actually blackfaced?
He blackfaced hard.
Stern
did, and was saying wild shit. It was a long time. I'm not shitting on the guy.
Yeah.
But he was trying to imitate what Ted Danson was. He was calling it Ted Danson a racist by being racist, and was doing it like he dropped a couple ends. So
he was almost doing like a blackface Inception, where it was like
it was
like the dream within the dream.
Yes. But it was just,
Well, it's also, again, that's why he didn't get canceled, because he's doing The Voice. If he was doing, like, if he was prime time, which, I mean, I guess it's kind of prime time.
I think he's going to, well, no, he won't get canceled. He can't. First off, he's all of Sirius's money.
Yeah.
He's literally, if he goes down, Sirius XM is gone. So they're just going to have to be like, yeah, fuck it. He's with us.
Well, this is the question, and this is the thing I wonder. It's like, is it even possible to do if you say you want to do a special? And it's like, well, does that entail like having like a network, or does that entail just like recording and put one out, and like is one better than the other, and like how does that work?
Well, recording and putting one out like on YouTube, that's a definite option.
Yeah, but like
for sure, but you don't get paid for that.
Right. That's you want to secure.
So
I'd
like to have a career.
Secure the fucking.
I'd like to get paid for my job.
Yeah, true. Heard that.
But the good part is if you put out a good special on YouTube, more people come to your shows, so you get paid more.
Yeah.
So there is that, and plus, if I did a special right now, I'd get like $40,000. Awesome.
It's awesome.
Awesome, but I think you can make that with ticket sales off a YouTube video if it's good enough. So
yeah, but you still get more tickets. When you, I don't know how that works, but it's like
you definitely get
my point is
you
like
get 40
ignore,
G's and better ticket
my
sales.
point
if you get,
is
yeah,
can you ignore those large bodies that are perpetuating and kind of like gatekeeping based on this, in my opinion, kind of nonsense.
I think
bullshit.
You know, I don't want to go too far into what I want, but I'd rather be able to ignore them and get it.
Yeah.
Like get into the industry in there despite that.
Yeah.
And again, I'm not trying to get on like a fucking sitcom. I'm not trying to.
You should though.
I'm not trying to be like
so
a
sick.
fucking. I really don't want that.
That would be tight.
I mean, I'd take the money, but that was never the goal. I just wanted to be a comic.
Yeah, do stand up and
And if
Did you ever foresee all this fucking?
Fuck no. Well, yes, literally from day one, I was like, if I get something, we're dead.
Yeah.
But no, never SNL.
Yeah. Well, I also
never thought that.
The way I look at it, again, maybe I'm just a fucking hippie loser, but it's like, I'm always like, if I can just not have a 9 to 5, I'm winning. So I look at it through that.
Oh,
I'm
true.
Overjoyed.
Dude, don't get me wrong. There's always a point where I'm like, even when I was just doing stand up, for like a fucking 20% full room in a mall, I was like sick. This is a cool thing. But yeah, obviously you want to be good at it.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like it's almost, and again, I could be paranoid, but it almost is like the perception of like network making it now no one can say. To me, seems like a little bit of a like one of those little animal traps where you have like a sting and a stick and a string, and you like pull it, and like once you're in there, like, all right, dude, here's what you can do, here's what you can't do, da, 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 da. But so it's one of those things where
I don't know. I mean,
it seems like an immense amount of pressure then. And once all that stuff happens, then it's just like, look, man, we're gonna go through the. Then it's just more scrutiny, more this.
Yeah, but nobody's gonna go through your shit if you get a special.
Yeah.
No one's gonna be like, we need to cancel him for this.
True.
If you're just doing like a whatever special. So I'm not worried about that.
Yeah.
And even if I got canceled again,
sweet, you did
hilarious.
it. Yeah, you did it. You
yes.
put the ball over the end zone.
if I got canceled again, if you get canceled twice, that means you're doing something pretty good.
True.
Like if you got canceled and then came back, and they're like, he's back.
Get him.
I mean, the more cancels you get, literally, the more talented you are.
True.
The fact that you can survive one,
is
impressive. Like, shout out Mel.
Dude, Mel
just gets canceled.
He's a cockroach, dude.
He called him Jews.
He gets canceled.
Yeah, hard N-word.
Yeah, he gets canceled for like he also pluralized it, which no one gives him credit for. So it's like when you shoot 10 people, he pluralized it, so you got to give him like 10 counts of the N-word.
Well, because he said
pack
off.
So that's like,
Dude,
that's like shooting at 15 people.
That was a tough one though, because that was a private recording.
Mm-hmm.
What he said was so atrocious that it does kind of cancel out the private recording. But there's kind of a part of me that's always like, it's a private recording, man. You can't fucking.
Yeah. Are you even allowed to do
Although
that?
I think it was a voicemail on someone else's phone.
I think he left a voicemail.
So he recorded. He was like, fucking press record.
I legitimately didn't know he was Australian.
He did it, Billy. I had to tell Billy last week Mel Gibson was Australian.
I had no fucking
and Russell
idea.
Crowe.
No, I think I knew Russell Crowe. I had no idea until today that Mel Gibson was Australian. I watched part of an interview, and I was like, "What the fuck?
Oh, is he doing a bit?
This guy's fucking Australian."
Oh, maybe that's why you liked Mel. Every time he said something, you're like, he's doing the Australian accent, dude. He's clearly fucking kidding. He's like, the Jews are bad. You're like, he's joking.
Yeah,
Oh, that reminds me. Speaking of Australian accents,
what?
you see the new? Did I even tell you about this? Did we talk about this?
No.
The new Hannah Gadsby.
No.
Fucking rules.
Heard it's
dude.
fire, dude.
It's rules. First Hannah Gadsby was, I've been raped.
Mm-hmm.
Second one is, now I'm retarded.
Really?
Yeah. People were like, how are you going to top? I'm gay and I've been raped.
True.
No one thought she could do it. Boom. I'm also retarded.
What's she claiming?
She's claiming autism.
I think. Did she self-diagnose? Because I think that would exclude her from autism. She's like, no, I looked it up. I'm autistic. I'd be like,
No, an autistic guy would be like, I'm fucking fine.
like,
Let's get back to this wrestling. I love trains. Yeah. No, she, I'm not saying she's not. Who knows? But it's funny to be like, all right, new comedy special. What do we got?
What we got here? Can I be black? And they're like, no. And you're like,
Yeah, she definitely.
What if I just heavily?
guarantee she's done 10 ancestry.coms.
Oh my
She's like,
god!
the test was wrong. I'm definitely part of it.
It's like a chick with a pregnancy test wants to like trap a dude. She's like, "Fuck! God damn it!"
That's Hannah Gadsby with
True.
23andMe's.
Like 97% white. Just like,
Yeah, impossible. Yeah, it was a fun special.
Was it good?
Yeah, the confidence that she has in the beginning of that special it's unparalleled.
What's that autistic?
She comes out and she's like, "You have no idea how good this is about to be. Step one,
Scoring some autism
I'm a
points.
fucking lady."
All right. It started
And
to be.
she's like, "I've got a Louis C.K. joke coming right at you. At the end of the show, you're gonna love it." Also, did I mention?
and she drops the bomb right away.
Keeps.
Did she talk about how she like got diagnosed? She just comes out. This is like, by the way, this is what it is.
Well, yeah, I think I stopped. I kind of stopped watching. I didn't get to the Louis C.K. closer, but she did that first special.
Mm-hmm.
Claimed she was retiring from stand up. I think even in the special, she was like, "This industry is disgusting. I don't want anything to do with it.
Yeah.
I'm out. Fuck you." And then she was like, it blew up. She was like, "All right, I'm gonna have to tour."
Yeah, obviously.
They were like, "All right, here's $20 million." She was like, "All right, I'll stick around."
Yeah.
I don't know if it was that much, obviously, but because I can't imagine how it could be. But she then changed her platform to, as long as somebody like Louis C.K. is still in the business, I have to be.
So she's Batman.
She is Batman.
Or
She doesn't even want to be doing
Catwoman.
it. She's the reluctant fucking hero, dude. She doesn't even want any part of this, but she has to. She has to tell you about her problems.
So she got the tour money, finally got health care, and like, oh, so blood pressure's looking good. You're autistic, and
Oh, she must have just been like, fuck yes.
I don't know how that. How do you get diagnosed as an adult? Who's also like crafting comedy specials and doing this, and they're like, it seems very strange.
I don't know.
I don't
want
wanna-
to fake news her on that because that is her journey.
True.
It's just funny to continue when you put all your chips in as you use your victim chips on the first one.
True.
If that's your brand of like, I'm a victim, that's what I'm doing.
True.
That's a tough one, dude.
That was her
And
closer.
it's like, oh fuck, I gotta fucking,
Yes.
yeah. Oh fuck, I forgot I had this. Retarded.
Retarded.
Retard.
Yeah, man, that's
You know how
weird.
to say that word.
What? I think you can say it in Alex Jones' voice.
Retard.
Retard.
Australian and Alex Jones' voice. That's the only way.
Retarded.
Yeah. Retard. Oh, got bad news for you.
Yeah, man. I mean,
Where are we at?
we're pretty much done. I think we've ripped a. Oh yeah, we've been ripping for a while now.
What time is it?
6:30.
Oh, Lemaire, you got a mic.
It's
not
6:23.
okay.
He's got plenty of time.
Don't sacrifice us.
Lemaire, I appreciate you stifling your laughter through this episode for us.
Yeah, thank you for doing that. Oh yeah, fuck. We could have used your laugh a lot more this episode. Did that get in your head at all? It does get in your head, doesn't it?
The guy telling me to shut up.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's very fucking annoying
Yeah,
when
Lemaire,
you get an internet comment.
I want to hear your laughter. But yeah, man,
We
that's-
need your laughter, especially,
yeah. Thank you guys.
an episode like this. Noah, no one said shit to you, and you were awfully quiet.
True.
Don't. I see he's trying to be funny. I watched him think of something funny. I was like, don't do it. There's gonna be penis again.
Yeah,
It's
man.
pretty funny actually.
I'm curious. I'm curious what's going to shape out of this, but I do think there will be a sizable chunk of people just being like, fuck this shit altogether. It's happening, bro. Big things happen. I'm working with some underground movements right now people don't even know about. Big time ones.
Like
bro.
what?
Big time ones.
Yeah,
I'm actually doing stuff, bro.
your underground movement. What is it?
bro? Free therapy for all. Don't talk about that. Fucking doing all that. Yeah, I'm working stuff. That's what happens when you ignore the thing and you're like, all right, I'm not going to emotionally buy into media narratives. What are some problems at hand that I can just jump into and actually fix rather than being like, it's just me at a protest. It's like, yeah, cool. There's fucking 9 million others of you. Go do something.
Yeah.
Run for fucking office. Go do something rather than sitting on Twitter and being like, I went on a date with a comedian and he told me to suck his dick and I was like, okay, but I totally didn't want to. It's like,
Yeah.
all right, man. Thanks.
And
You've
it
contributed
just,
fucking
again,
nil.
It just sucks when there's so many of those, and there's definitely people with those real stories.
Yeah.
And then you've got all these people just like, he was mean on a date. Get him.
Who's
It's like,
worse?
wait a second.
Who's worse? A guy who's mean on a date or some attention-starved psycho that when discussing rape and pedophilia is like, Also,
I'm in there.
Also, he was kind of a dick to me. Don't forget about. And it's like,
True.
Get the fuck out. Get out. You're literally clogging the airwaves with your weird, crazy bullshit.
Yeah.
Nobody gives a fuck. He cheated. Look at this. He tried to cheat on his wife with me. It's like, we're not talking about that, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe.
I mean, sure, that's not great, but
Also, let's lay it
What?
down. Adulterers, if you get caught being an adulterer, you're fired. I'm fine. I can get behind that. Canceling adulterers is so
say
fucking.
that, it's early in the marriage.
Nah, bro.
Yeah, that's early to be like, no problem.
Nope, dude.
I know that's fucked up. I'm sorry.
Disgusting. No,
I'm
that's
sorry
it's
to even
actually,
make that joke.
It's actually hilarious.
I apologize.
That's a cancelable offense, dude.
I apologize.
Insinuating that I'm a fucking
That actually is
adulterer,
a fucking dick
a
move.
filthy fucking adulterer.
What do you mean filthy? What do you I adulterate.
No, you weren't even married, dude. You can adulterate.
I can't. I'm not even in a relationship. I can't.
You just have sex out of wedlock. You just have sex with people that you're not married to, which should be a cancelable offense as well. If we're
Sex
gonna do
without wedlock?
if we're gonna do adulterers, we should do premarital sex.
Just sucks.
as well.
I grew up fucking listening to all these dudes brag about how cool getting pussy was.
True.
Now I'm like, yeah, I want to do that.
Yeah.
Now everyone's like, that's actually evil.
Yeah, like
Unless you're a rapper, then we all think it's cool.
then it rules. That's Drake skirted through the Delilia dilemma.
Yeah, we covered that. Drake has too many hits, dude.
He had a couple. Yeah, but it's like, again, we'll say it.
I
We're right
think,
now.
Jeff Ross hit the fucking.
I heard he got hit hard.
He got hit hard, and then also he swung back.
What did he say?
I forget. I think he said she was crazy and uses drugs. He like literally swung back with like, bitch is lying. She's fucking crazy.
Is there
Husband, yeah.
screenshots?
I don't know. I didn't look into it, but it is, dude. It's such a serious accusation. That,
What was the act?
His was like he fucked a 15-year-old.
Like, did it?
That was the accusation. I don't know.
Didn't just try. She was like, he fucked me when.
Lemaire, you got any info on this?
No, I didn't. I was listening.
So he said the story though.
We don't need it. I don't want to.
Drag Jeff Ross. Well,
I don't want to.
that's the other thing too. It's like I don't have any quarter for pedophiles. I don't want to. I don't want to be a pedophile excuser.
No.
But it's like also though that's the thing, dude. And then no one wants to talk about it. It's like this was the I believe all women thing. It's like okay, so if a girl comes out like this guy fucked me when he was 15, when I was 15, it's like she might not be lying. She also could. These are the possibilities, right?
Yeah.
The thing is, it's like, so, I believe all women. All right, so if a woman says this guy fucked me, did some sort of sexual thing, I automatically assume they're telling the truth and I believe them. What if a woman says, like, oh, I saw that guy one time and, he stole something from my house? Do you believe her when she talks about stealing stuff? You know what I mean? It's just weird. It doesn't really.
It's true. Should we believe all Karens?
Exactly, dude. When she calls the cops and is like, oh, there's a black guy who's attacking me in Central
Do we
Park.
believe all Karens as well?
No, and this all this is. It's different. It's like a situation comes up, and you have like 9 different rigid frameworks you can
Sorry,
run them
I'm
through.
just looking at Lemaire because I know exactly how he feels. It's very funny.
Believe in all Karens?
He hates Karens, dude.
Lemaire, dude, why you hate Karens?
No, he hates. In Lemaire's defense, Lemaire has had a strong anti-white people in general stance since I met him, particularly white women.
I respect.
So I do respect his stance on this.
And that's my thing. Maybe I'm fucked up, but it's like my favorite. I love watching like Farrakhan. I love watching black racist dudes.
I'm so glad I have this seat. I get to watch. I get to watch this. Like, first off, you close that curtain on Noah. He's been like this the whole episode. He's been peering in, and it's really funny. Whenever we say anything about race, I'm like,
you look to Lemaire.
it's good to have it. Like, I know. I'm not stupid. I know Lemaire doesn't speak for all black people.
What?
I know. You can't.
That's not the
you can't
deal.
lump them in.
Lemaire, that wasn't the deal we struck. I'm like, look, we need someone to speak for all black people. Can you do that, please?
Yeah. Are you one black person? Well, then we think you're all the same. Black people don't do this. Black people do this. It's like, who? What?
Yeah.
How dare you?
Yeah.
How dare you assume that of an entire, totally diverse race?
True.
They're capable of anything.
True.
Anime. Who would have thought that?
True.
You asked me fucking 10 years ago, be like, are there going to be black dorks? I'd be like, no.
Impossible.
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 They're capable of anything.
Dorks. Yeah, there's a decent. Well, that's the thing too. You don't realize how many black dorks there are until you like are involved with the black family like directly, and you're like, oh, you got a heavy nerd ratio going on. I'll venture to say there's an equal nerd ratio
within the races. I'll say it.
True.
I'll say it.
Well, it's also nerd culture
Per
got
capita.
glorified by white people for a while. Where it's like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
all those movies that came out, they're like
Like
some
Weird
guy
Science,
in a varsity.
Revenge of the Nerds.
Yeah, some varsity guys.
Football
like,
players are losers, right? That must have fucked kids up in high school. Coming into school like with like a slingshot, be like, I got you, jock. Fucking- like I set up a booby trap for the jocks today. Because first off, all nerds aren't smart.
No,
Most
true.
nerds are just like retarded. Sorry, retarded.
I
He's doing
learned
a
that.
bit.
I learned that the hard way one time, and I cheated off of a guy in college. I
Yeah, he had tape on
Aggressively-
his glasses. You're like, got it.
aggressively.
The only guy I know who has tape on his glasses is fucking Wood.
True. True.
Literally the dumbest guy I know.
Would you ever see there's like extreme level of nerds where they like sit with like their feet like locked under them in a chair, and you're just like, dude, you got to be smart as fuck. They'll like sit with like their feet, their heels will be like up by their back, and they're just like sitting in class. You're like, definitely cheating off this guy. I fucking cheated off his test. Then afterwards, I was like, I got a 68. I'm like, dude, didn't you study? And he was like, I was like,
you just
what
absolutely.
are you a freak? I thought you were a nerd.
True. True. That is the subculture. The freak nerd. A lot of the freaks.
True.
The freaks ruin the nerds.
True.
Good name.
I like a good freak though.
You see a kid like hugging his books when he walks down the hallway. You're like, perfect.
I homed in on like a shark. I'm like, oh,
Perfect.
dude.
The kid knows.
I like didn't study at all for this. It was like, you know,
His
in
book
college
bag was like that wide off his back. His book bag was all of his books, and he's still holding some.
it was just manifestos.
Pants up too high, the khakis up high. Not too high. That's the stereotype of the nerds.
True.
But like he walks fast. The nerdier you are, the faster
Walks
you walk.
fast and on the balls of your feet. You don't
Yes.
touch your heels touch the ground.
A little light in loafers.
He's a Janport. He's like 40 pounds of manifestos. He's like, nah, that one was last year's. This is the updated.
And the freaks and nerds split when we were there.
Yeah.
Same with when our parents were in high school. The gays and nerds split
True.
because they didn't know gay people existed. They'd be like, look at how he walks down the hallway, fucking nerd. And then they were like, you know, guys fuck each other. Like, what? That's what those dudes are doing?
Like, what the fuck?
What?
That's so funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's Hey, don't get fooled, man. Don't think you cannot study for an entire semester and be like, who's the weakest in here? I'm just gonna copy.
Here's the weakest man.
I'm gonna copy.
Yeah, girls are tough because there's horse girls and there's smart dorks.
True. Horse
And
girls.
both of them are linked by like mustaches. Mustaches and like hair down to their ass. Like they all have like Amish hair. And like one of these is smart. One of them is they literally retarded person.
Yeah, one of them is just here
Retarded.
for a little bit, and then they'll be right back to working with horses. The dad's like, all right, come on, let me go over
Dude,
there.
there's a girl. Oh, yo, this is fuck. I don't know how old she is. Never mind. Never
Are
mind.
you in communication with a horse girl?
No, I could be fooled, dude. I've been tricked. Damn it! I told myself I was gonna stop doing these.
What?
You remember Bad Baby?
Yeah.
I thought she was hot, and then someone was like, "You know, she's like 15." And I was like, "I'm out.
You're out.
I'm out."
I think she's 17 now.
Still, it's been. I thought she was hot for a
Oh,
while.
okay. So I was
Look, I didn't think
Who's
she was
Bad-
hot.
who's Bad
like,
Baby?
I didn't think she was hot. Like I wanted to fuck her like that.
yeah. You wanted to
Just
just
like, look at this.
inbox her, talk to her for a
I
while,
wanted to.
gauge her temperature, wait till she's 18.
Is that wrong?
I hope it's called grooming. I hope
No,
my
I know, I'm
thigh. I
joking.
hope my thighs aren't showing on the.
I know, me too.
My
I
pants
got
have been
mine.
creeping up high.
Yeah, mine too. Dude, do gamer chairs turn you into dorks? Do gamer chairs just transform you?
I think they just pull your pants up in a way that like cut your testicles off from like producing
just-
sperm.
Gamer chairs were a mistake. My ass has never been hotter.
Yeah,
Every
man.
time we do this, it's just a swamp ass.
Yeah.
But there's a girl who's been acting like a dog. She's been crawling around like a dog.
Oh, like a
She's
actual-
like a horse girl, except it's a dog girl.
Yeah. What about her?
Something. There's something there.
Someone wait.
Look, I'm not saying I'm jerking off to it.
Of course, dude.
Nothing like
Of
that.
course not.
But I was
I'd have
supposed
to
to.
kill you. I'd have
I
to
saw
kill you,
this
dude.
video and I was supposed to hate it.
Who sent it to you?
It's kind of been circulating. Has anybody seen this girl acting like a dog? She's like drinking out of a bowl in the mall.
Okay.
Wild.
Yeah.
Find out how old she is before we continue, though.
I'm not. Look, we're talking about a girl who's acting like a dog, dude.
Yeah.
Although
but
to cover
we're not
bases,
taking
we
it.
should ID the take.
We should ID this.
Well, you've pretty much already told on yourself.
I certainly did. No, I don't remember. No, I don't remember how I felt when I saw the image.
You saw a woman acting as an animal.
Yes.
And you were saying if you were a dog too.
His eyes lit up. Fuck.
She's 12.
No, something else.
Oh, fucking.
Hold on. Yo, here's what no one wants to talk about. If she's a dog, then does her age multiply by 7? You're looking
She
at
has
it.
to be underage.
You're looking at her in
This
dog
is a
years.
mistake.
But you're.
I did give her the dog ears because I accepted her. She identified as canine.
Exactly.
And in today's standards, I believe
She's 49.
she's a fucking geezer. You guys are killing me on this.
I think I found her name, but I'm not sure.
No, not her name.
Oksana Malaya.
Sounds like a dog lady.
Different. That's the other one I was telling you about.
It's a different
Okay.
dog lady.
Yeah, and she's 36 though.
This is not her.
Okay.
This girl is definitely
Early
like
20s.
really
Yeah, your puppy girl Jenna on TikTok.
has to be her. Does she have a fat ass?
Noah,
She's ugly.
you better be right, dude.
Oh yeah. Yes, it's her.
Yes. Yes. Safe. Safe.
Slide, look up. Look at the up.
God
That was a
damn!
close
Thank
one.
God, I had so many perverted thoughts about this.
I was like, oh,
Well, I mean,
please.
man, dude. Again, imagine now that we know she's of age, we can talk about.
First off,
pretending to be a
she's
dog.
not that. She's not. I was saying she's. What I was getting at originally was this is a classic horse girl. Horse girls are the ones that like run around acting like horses.
Yeah.
At recess.
Yeah.
You know, they would literally be like, like neigh and fucking run. This girl's doing that as a dog, and you're supposed to not. It's like a furry. She's like a furry,
Yeah.
where it's like, why is this being sexualized? You know,
The
you ever
fact
see
that
furries?
a hot lady's licking water out of a bowl.
Well, she's not that hot. That's the thing. It's just the act of what she's up to. What do you think? You think she's hot? Say that on the mic. Say that on the record.
She's pretty hot.
Do you
Pedo.
think that the fact that she's pretending to be a dog makes her hotter?
Well, that's what I was trying to get at, and I was trying to examine.
Sure, that's a
That's
fair
why I was
question.
bringing it up. Matt, go ahead and take a look.
We have some video.
I mean, this. What are you talking about? She's not hot, or people think she's not hot. Other guys, bro, what the fuck are you talking about? How's this
Look,
even a
dude.
question? This is overtly sexual.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, Shane, you're 100% right.
But the dog bowl in the mall was very, very disgusting.
Oh my, dude. I really hope my crotches are being shown in this camera.
You like that?
That's overtly sexual.
You're weird.
For a girl in yoga pants to like, I mean, just
You're weird.
But fine. For her to say, for that to even be a question, I didn't know you were talking about that. That's porn, dude.
Yes.
That's pornography.
Yeah, but what's funny about it is it's just a girl acting like a dog.
Yeah, but her fucking ass.
Yeah,
in
it
yoga
is her
pants.
sticking her fat ass out the whole time.
Yeah,
That's
dude.
the point of it. But it's dorks. It's two nerds being weird.
True.
And it's working.
Oh yeah, I mean, dude, there's a like you're talking about like horse girls, band chicks. There's like band chicks.
That's
sluttiness.
exactly the energy.
Like
That's the total energy is band chicks.
Yeah. Like oblivious hairy leg sluttiness that you're like, God, that's kind of fucking hot.
Yeah, they were
Damn it.
up to it. Stringy hair.
Yeah, dude.
I'm thinking like, what? They had stringy hair. What do you do with these two are getting horny back there? It's gonna be a conglomeration back there. The two boys are whispering to each other.
Oh my God. I'll fucking jerk you if you jerk me, dude.
Thank God we pulled this episode out. You gotta. When we get to the serious stuff, it bothers me.
It sucks.
It's just uncomfortable because I agree with you 100%,
Yeah.
and it's just uncomfortable. Just
It
knowing.
sucks.
It's always, especially because always in the back of my mind is just everybody being like, "Fucking retards." Like,
True.
And then the other side of it, like, look what they did this week.
Yeah.
Of course, you can't let that affect you, but it does. I'll be honest.
Well, it's also tough. It's like, all right, we're going to talk for 2 hours. What's the thing we've been thinking about for fucking all week? And it's like, I
Yeah.
just am watching
How
this.
can I portray these thoughts that I had to myself in a way that I can't get in trouble?
Yeah.
Like,
Well, yeah, because then it's an admission of even thinking.
even thinking
Against
about it. Like, people are like,
doctrine.
"Ooh, look how scared all these comics are now." It's like, well, I'm kind of worried that just accusations can ruin you
Also,
because I got enough people that fucking don't like me.
wait till they come from for landscapers, dude. We'll see what the fuck happens once they're like, I like to.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. It's bullshit. But again, all I do is think about the good stuff, dude.
Think about cool stuff like band girls with fat asses drinking out of a dish. at the
horse
mall.
girls, dude.
Horse girls that are hot.
Yeah, hot horse girls.
Hot horse girls is a major come up. If you can get a hold of one, they're rare because typically they have like just loaded with horse binders, mustache. They always looked to me like Napoleon Dynamite with a long ponytail. They all look like Napoleon Dynamite. But
I also wonder if that was part of Gadsby's assessment, where they're like, "How long did you pretend to be a horse for?" She was like, "Half my life." And I'm like, okay. And then I became a comedian. I was a horse girl turned a comedian.
The horse girls, they all died. They are dead.
You think they
horse
died?
girls die early. None of them live.
Oh, I don't know. There should be a good rom com of like a horse girl, like there she is, that movie where the girl comes down the steps. She was like, "Brrr," and then she comes
She's
down,
all
she's
that.
hot. Some dude just climbs on top and fucking.
Oh man, that dog girl definitely. Ew.
What?
She definitely makes like dog noises when you fuck her.
I mean, dude. Noah, you better have her.
This. He goes.
Noah, for the record, if
I
you
was like, yo.
if you did not get her age right, we're fucked.
If you did not,
For the record,
you
Noah,
fucked us.
if you somehow saw a year and to do some bad math on us,
Honestly, we're definitely gonna Google her age as soon as this is done before we upload it.
I mean,
Can't
or
toss that
no,
one out. That's
no,
a rough
you
grenade.
throw it out, and then if we're wrong, we commit seppuku on camera. We cut off our boners.
Yes.
We cut off our boners on cam. That bonus we didn't get to Dog Girl, by the way. I want to say for the record.
The boners were not from Dog Girl.
I'd like
They
to
were
say
pre-existing from.
I like to say for the record, the boners were not for Dog Girl. They were from kick-ass women.
Yeah, the boners were actually from when we were shaming accusers.
No, I want to know. I need this broken down logically. If like, all right, so if we're in a world now where anyone on Twitter can come out and be like, "Oh, the guy was a piece of shit to me," and you're like, "Hey, dude," like the foreman's like, "Hey, McClinchy, get out of here. You're done. We're through with you." It's like, all right, if we live in that world, it would be nice to kind of come up with some sort of vetting system. That's all, you know.
Yeah, man. I gotta listen to it again. That book, John Ronson. John Ronson, So You've Been Publicly Shamed.
Yeah.
There's a good chunk in there about like literally like the historical context of people doing this forever.
Yeah.
Like we've done this. You put people in the stocks.
Yeah.
You just put somebody up in front of everybody in town. You're like, bitch. Like people came by and like threw cabbage at you. I mean, it's the same thing. And then they stopped doing it because of how fucked up it was.
Yeah.
Like it was traumatic enough that people were like, I don't care if you whip me or I get flogged for this. Just don't do it in front of everybody. I know I've said.
But the only way to that is through like a nuanced discussion. Like, I'm not saying I don't believe women, but there are other things. There's nothing's like completely unidimensional, and it's like, no. It's if a woman says something, I believe it, and that works. It's like, it works for you in terms of you don't get any sort of weird backlash in the short term. But then, like, if you're thinking actually like how many lives are being unnecessarily ruined, blah 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 blah, potentially. Yeah. If you're like, well, I don't even want to think about that. It's like, all right, get ready for fucking a hellish nightmare to ensue.
Yeah.
We're all running on this weird fear program where it's like, let's just kind of ignore the reality of situations and just like not try to get called out. It's like, dude, good fucking luck.
It's coming for you.
Yeah, dude.
Like, and unfortunately, like I laughed at some of these. Mm-hmm. I've already got the bug.
True.
I'm immune to it at this point.
Yeah,
technically,
you can kind of laugh.
I could get a worse strain. There's one more strain that's worse than the strain I got.
Yeah, true.
But actually, there's two more strains. Now I'm thinking about some strains.
Yeah.
But all these comics that are like, yeah, fuck him, piece of shit, all that. It's like, dude, get ready.
Yeah, man.
It'll be your turn.
Yeah, dude. It's a hornet's nest. You're just kind of like, oh, fuck yeah.
And people are like, why is it comics that are getting it so bad? It's like, because typically comedians are fucked up. I'm not saying their behavior.
Sure.
I'm saying like all these like people that are willing to backstab each other immediately and so excited to drag people down. It's just think of the open mics.
Oh.
All those people are, first off, most of them are retarded.
True.
All right.
Yeah, if you want to base off that,
there's
nuts,
literally
dude.
Like horse girls. There's dudes that are horse guys in there.
Yeah, dude.
I'm thinking about the Grinch. You remember the Grinch? That's a horse guy. That's who I think of. The Grinch.
Dude, there's no bigger den of psychos than an open mic.
A den of fucking like, and not just psychos, like pussy psychos too.
Yeah.
That are little like dudes that weasel in to get pussy.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
Like, I'm a good guy.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Oh, we saw all that, but again, it's like
people like that's what I mean. Like online, people are like, man, I can't believe how bad comics are. It's like, no, it's just we're probably the only profession where all of our coworkers are delighted to do this to us.
Yeah,
Like they're so excited to publicly do this, and they all are the same people that think they need to speak out. These are a group of fucking people that couldn't do anything else.
Yeah.
That are like, I need to speak.
Well, it's also the job entails taking verbal risks. Like you go on stage, like I would go say something like horrible about myself, and people don't laugh, and I'm like, shit, that's out there now. So it's like, it's also the job is going out and saying like the most wild shit you can think of. It's part of it of like, how am I going to elicit a visceral reaction out of a bunch of strangers who are expecting me to elicit a verbal, like a bodily reaction out of them? So, your bag of tricks, you start noticing, oh, this fucking works. And you start throwing shit out. You're trying to make people laugh. And it's like everyone's watched each other go through that process and then being like, I remember something you said that wasn't very nice. I remember when you used
to say bad words to elicit a response.
Yeah. It's like.
But not even that. I'm just saying the fact that everyone, like, they're like, how, again, they're like, I can't believe all comedians are scumbags. It's like, well, I think they're probably a little more so than others because it's mostly drinking and you're at bars every night. Yeah. So think if you drank every day, how many mistakes you'd be making. But I mean, you're going to be making a ton of mistakes. But also the absolute losers in this profession that can't do it. So literally the only thing they can do is voice. All of a sudden they're politicians. Yeah. And they're like, I'm into politics now.
Like, do you guys
really?
Vote?
What do you do? It's like, well, I do open mics.
Yeah.
Is that how you help?
Yeah, man. No, it is. It's a comedian, but again, it was a role typically reserved for being like, nobody's talking about this thing. I'm going out. I'm talking about it. People are so like, oh my god, I think about this, but I can't say it, and they all laugh. Yeah. And it's being gutted out into like anyone who doesn't absolutely bend the knee to an absolutely idiotic ideology is getting systematically kind of removed from there. This is what it is. So it's like you're going to have one of the apparatuses of like, massive self-reflection. I'm not saying like every person talking about their dick is like totally necessary for society to function. But it is one of the places where you can go. Like if you're in an office, talk about like cancel culture, like, oh, this doesn't affect the world. If you're in an office, you can't talk about like anything ever. So now it's like comedians are being almost like corporatized in a way where it's like you have to abide by like almost like a corporate policy. That's what it feels like. I remember going to an office and like bragging about how I got pussy the night before, and they were like, yo, bro, you can't talk about that in here. And I was like, what the fuck?
It's being corporatized in a way that applies to only certain comics. Sure. The rules aren't written for everybody. Yeah. You can go in if your joke is, it depends who's saying it or how. It's like, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I'll be curious, man. Again, I'll be curious. I think as soon as Trump gets out of office, and once they have like him out,
it can't. It's their entire identity now.
I know, but if he's out, it might
lessen if he's out.
I think it will. I think it'll lessen, and more people will be like, all right, like
I can't wait to. Oh man, I was gonna sing Hallelujah dressed as Trump. That was the one thing I was like, please let me do that.
That'd be funny
on SNL. But I can't wait to talk about how they killed him.
Trump.
Yeah, if he loses, just be like, you killed him. He was trying to save us, and you killed him. He was the best.
Well, also, dude, that's gonna be awkward if Trump loses. There could be like royal white riots, like hitting like Bassmaster Pro Shops and shit. Field and Stream is like, no, fuck no, dude. Field and Stream is just putting up boards of like all lives matter on it, like lamb's blood. Please don't fucking loot us.
Please don't get us.
Please don't fucking loot us.
Yeah, that would be hilarious if the looters hit fucking dude. The Mecca
Land's End.
You see that pyramid? That fucking there's a Bass Pro Shop in Memphis. I told you about this.
No.
I drove past it on the way back from Stanhope's. Dude, they used to have it was like their monument in the city. Is this pyramid on the river. It's Memphis. It's an Egyptian name for a city. So they had this pyramid on the city. And then they sold it to like Bass Pro Shop. So now the main monument in their city, like the biggest thing in Memphis, has just a giant Bass Pro Shop on it. Pretty great. That's where we need to go if Trump loses. We need to loot the fuck out of that.
For sure. 100%. I'm going to hit Dick's and just get one of those like, body punching bags and be like, fuck it. I'm getting this.
Yeah. All right. We got to wrap this up.
Yeah, let's do it. I have to pee so bad.
Get your whiz out.
What you got going on?
I got cool things. I just booked one. I forget. The 23rd, 24th, and 25th of July, I'll be at Hilarities in Cleveland. The 30th, 31st, and 1st of August, so the end of July into August 1st, I'll be at American Comedy Company in San Diego. 6th, 7th, and 8th of August, I'll be at the House of Comedy in Minnesota. But all of these are, very subject to change.
Yeah.
14th and 15th of August, Comedy Connection, Rhode Island. 27th, 28th, 29th of August, Laugh Boston. So
You're on the road again, bro.
I'm back.
You're on the road again.
We back.
Oh yeah, that's.
I got one more week of. I got a couple more weeks here of not much.
Chilling.
I got to hit Williams Grove. I got to hit the Speedway as soon as I can.
Got to get it in.
Lemaire, do you want to come? Bubba Wallace is blowing up, dude.
Hell yeah. Yeah.
You got to be a part of this.
Yeah.
Who's Bubba Wallace?
Black NASCAR driver.
Black NASCAR.
Oh, that was
driver.
you were telling me about him earlier.
He got a rough one.
Yeah, man.
He got a rough. All right, fuck. I know you wanted to leave, Lemaire. I'm sorry.
Does he wear like cowboy gear at all, or like what's he rocking?
You only see him in like NASCAR
Just
shit.
in the
So he's wearing like
astronaut suit.
a NOS hat.
Yeah.
Like he's wearing like a fucking Monster Energy hat. But
That's so fucking
Jesus
sick,
Christ,
dude.
I don't wanna-
It's over when black dudes get into NASCAR.
well,
dude.
when you see him, he's not quite there yet.
What do you mean?
We're not there yet. We haven't reached that mountaintop.
Oh, dude, if you drive around
This is Blake
676,
Griffin level.
what's that? I don't
You don't know who Blake Griffin
No.
is? This is
Russell Wilson?
yeah, he looks like Russell Wilson. He looks like actually
try again.
he looks exactly like every black dude that would have been accepted during the civil rights.
Mm.
Like he's just light enough where white people are like,
Like he'd be in the house.
Oh,
yo, I did not say that. I just meant like early black
so
celebrities.
basically, black people are dipping their toes into NASCAR. They're just like,
he's pre-Blade Black Hollywood.
gotcha, yeah, I got you.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like where it was like
See, he's a light skinned
he's got
black
like a
dude. He's a
white
light skinned
haircut
black
guy.
dude.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
But it's something different. You'll see.
What the fuck's up with him?
You'll see.
Do you have like blue eyes or something?
No, he's not like
He's
Yeah, I don't know.
mixed. He's like mixed.
Okay. Excuse me, Lemaire. My daughter's mixed. I'd appreciate you not saying that tone.
yeah.
I'm sorry, mulatto.
That's what my wife calls her. My wife's like, my sweet little mulatto baby. And I'm always like, yeah, our sweet little baby.
Oh, that's gotta be tough.
I don't give a fuck,
Of
man.
course, it's just funny.
It's a social construct, bro. The McCusker family's eons beyond it, dude.
You
Just
should have seen the Gillis family this weekend. Also, eons beyond it, dude.
is what it is, bro. They're trying to separate us.
They're
take us
trying to
out.
separate
What
us.
are we
They
doing?
can't.
Just merging worlds is what it is.
Absolutely, completely diverse worlds being merged. I'm trying to right now bring a black dude to a sprint car race. We bring people together.
True.
Yeah, I don't think we have time to get it. Bubba Wallace, somebody put in
A noose in his garage.
in his garage,
It's fucked
which
up.
is it's funny because people were trying to hit him with the Jussie Smollett
Mhm.
like immediately. That like was trending on Twitter where they're like, he probably faked it,
Yeah.
and it's like, I think it was at fucking Talladega, and
Yeah.
it's a NASCAR event on the heels of them banning the Confederate flag, and he had a Black Lives Matter car.
It's just getting banned.
Yeah,
The Confederate flag now from NASCAR is
yes,
getting banned.
it just got banned.
Hilarious.
Yeah, you were allowed to bring that into the stadium. You're like,
This is my
Fucking
favorite
right.
flag.
yeah, and then also, dude, so people that were hitting it with the Jussie Smollett equations, which I would never do. I would
Yeah.
never even question.
Sure.
But also in that same race, somebody like hired one of those beach advertising planes.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? What's that called?
Oh yeah, I know what you're talking about. They stream
Yeah,
the
it was like this flag rules, and it was a Confederate flag, and they flew it
someone
over.
paid to have like
Yes,
stars and bars.
basically did a Confederate flag flyover before the race, and people were like, "Whoa!" And they're like, "Yeah, if there's gonna be a noose in a locker in any sport, it was Talladega on
Yeah,
that one."
for sure. Well, I also don't think a guy who's like Jussie Smollett was like liberal activist. I don't think like a wanted like someone who's like staking their life on like liberal activism is like I'm gonna get in NASCAR.
Yeah,
Like,
and also to even have the idea to like think like I'm gonna be an activist in this, it's gonna work. You'd have to be nuts.
I mean, that's a tough sport to take a knee on.
Although it was
You
hilarious.
got a lot of Dodge Charger
So-
drivers fucking buzzing the corner.
Dude, at the after the event, Bubba Wallace ran over the fence,
Mhm.
and it was all black people. Not
Yeah.
all black, but a lot of black people with like Black Lives Matter shirts. They were at the event, and I just saw the end and thought that was the guy who won. So I thought the guy who won the race like was running over to like a fence of dudes behind a fence that were all black. They were like, "Yeah, you fucking," and I was like, "Damn, dude, NASCAR is getting wild." I'm like, this shit's what the fuck? Like, I didn't know it was for.
How
Bubba
did he
Wallace.
do? How did he do?
14th.
Not bad.
But I think he was leading with like 20 laps to go. Like he had it was really good. He did well for.
What's he pushing?
I don't know. I don't know what his team is.
Gotcha.
But they ran out of gas.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Shit.
That's why he didn't place higher.
Anyway, I'll be cheering for you, Bubba.
Why do Black Lives Matter's car have to run out of gas?
They probably didn't fill it up.
Because they probably stop in the pit stop every time. Like, yo, let me get $5 on.
Yeah. You probably.
Let me get $5.
This is too easy, dude.
$5
Don't hit us with this. You literally just threw, Shaun.
They stopped at the pit stop and gave him a bunch of quarters. And
Because he got pulled over during the race. There's a ton of these. Because he bought a Black and Mild at the pit stop.
Oh, fuck. His muffler fell off through the race.
Yeah, he's the only guy that's ever like stopped on the side of the race and just sat there on the median and called someone. He's waiting to get picked up.
He stops in the pit stop and it's just like zoom, zoom. There's zip ties. Zoom, zoom, zoom.
Look, we don't stand by anything we just said. To think what you just said means you believe it. Just so you know, to even say those insensitive jokes.
Oh fuck, man. Yeah, Lemaire, that's like a half an hour.
Yeah,
I can do a whole half an hour.
Don't ever do that to us again.
That was a fucking entrapment, dude.
It's fucked up. There's so many you can do. It's so easy. Come on. All right, we should go.
I know.
Wait, what were you thinking? What did you think was going to come out of that?
No, I just thought you guys were riff.
We just thought we would riff.
Lemaire, great alley-oop, bro. That was fantastic.
Don't oop us on that. That's what that is that's a quarterback leading a wide receiver across the middle. That's going to get lit up. But it's his job to go catch the ball. He's got to go for it.
I made sure my feet were in. I was like,
you floated one across the middle. And we had to go for it. All right.
Oh my god, dude!
All right, that's it.
Fantastic.
That's it. We shouldn't be on the